The following is a presentation of Girard Sports Live. You've been watching Trojan Athletics on Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crochan, your community technology partner. Learn more at
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
Hey, Mama.
Now more than ever, Crochan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Crochan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Crochan. If you need to stay connected, you need Crochan.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Celebrate, recognize, build. That's the promise of Scott Co. LLC Awards and Engraving. Owners Greg and Missy Scott are committed to helping their customers celebrate special moments, recognize achievements, and build relationships. Plaques and awards, custom leather patch hats, Trojan gear, trophies, corporate promotional items, and so much more. Plus, while you're there, stop in next door to find the latest fashions from Aubrey at Scott & Company. Scott Co. LLC. Learn more at scottcoawards.com or call 620-724-0341.
At Girard Medical Center Clinics, we focus on what good health looks like for you. Personalized care by physicians and nurse practitioners that get to know you and your needs. Dedicated care for routine health visits or more serious chronic conditions. Convenient care in 6 Southeast Kansas communities. Care for your health, your way, in your backyard. Girard Medical Center Clinics. Frontenac, Arma, Cherokee, Girard, Uniontown, and now Fort Scott.
Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
All right, we should be good. Sorry about all that. We didn't have audio, didn't know it. I was just rambling on and playing some, but we got Trevor Amershak on the mound for the Trojans. You're watching Trojan Baseball, Girard Sports Live. I'm Jess Murphy. Right alongside me is Cooper Grand. We're going to break him in tonight. He was with the Galena crew, wasn't you, Cooper? Yep. All right. So we got audio. Everything's good. I apologize. We didn't get a very big pregame show. We had some computer wanting to restart and update. Whole bunch of stuff. So let's see here. Real quick here. Trojans are going to line up defensively. Jaden Norris is going to play third. Kessler's going to play short. Abershak on the bump. Ethan Bennett catching. Ethan Davidson's in center. Luke Digman's out and left. Reese Merrill's at second. Zade Montgomery's at first. Jake Towner's in right. And leading off for the Parsons Vikings, their shortstop Keel, and he's going to take just a little bit outside. First pitch, he comes up to plate on the left side.
No, they called it a strike.
They called that a strike?
Yeah, he called it a strike.
Oh, strike two. So I better get over here a little bit, Cooper, get behind the plate so I can see what's going on better. There's a line drive out to short center field. Going to be cut off there by Davidson. He's going to get it in for a clean single on an 0-2 pitch for their Viking shortstop. And that'll bring up the catcher, Phillips. He's going to bat from the right side. Well, get your leadoff guy on, Cooper. Sometimes you want to bunt him over or try to straight steal him. Or
yeah, Amershak got off to a good start getting up in the count, but left that one a little too much over the plate.
Oh, ropes that first pitch. First pitch head hunting out to Luke Digman and left. He's going to cut it off and get it to his cutoff and just hold everybody to one base. Another single for Phillips. Yeah, hitting early in the count are the Parsons Vikings there, so that's going to bring up the three-hole hitter, right fielder, Wheat. I didn't get first names from Parsons. They just give me a last name and position here. So going to be a courtesy runner as well. I don't have a full roster, but they're going to run number 4 for their catcher. Mason West will come in and run. Looks like umpire needed a clarification as well. Kind of a windy No sun, windy. They're turning the lights on. They're warming up. Kind of day here in Girard, Kansas. So anyway, Emersack's going to come set. He's going to check the runners. He's going to deliver a curveball. That's going to drop in there for a strike. My new score sheet here, Cooper, doesn't have a place to put balls and strikes. So
yeah, so far he's getting ahead early in the count. That second batter just got unlucky, but already 3 first pitch strikes for Amersack.
So he's up in the count 0-2 right here as well. 2 on, nobody out. Just missed with that curveball. Kind of going to try to pitch himself out of a jam here. He comes set. He delivers an inside fastball. And Wheat goes down swinging. So there's the first out of the inning. Good job by Amersack to battle here. That's going to bring up 22, their third baseman, Myers.
Big strikeout there. After that, maybe he could settle in a little more and try and get out of this inning with little damage.
Curveball low, going to cross up Bennett. He's going to throw it to third, but the runners are way too far ahead there. He couldn't just kind of – he did a decent job of blocking that, just couldn't kind of find it after it bounced off. So the runners advanced on a – we'll call that a wild pitch. So that'll bring 1 ball, no strike up here to Myers. He's going to foul off a fastball. Evens the count at 1-1. 1 out, 2 on. Scoring position, second and third base for Parsons. Another strikeout right here would be big, Cooper.
Yeah, for sure.
Emersack's going to deal a big breaking curveball, just missed on the inside corner. That's a good take by Myers. That'll be 2 balls, 1 strike. Got 1 out. Got a called fastball right outside corner. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Trojans playing pretty straight up defensively. Maybe not real deep in the outfield. Emersack will come out of the full windup. Going to miss that a little bit outside. So we'll see what happens if I click right here. Gonna walk him. He's gonna work the count full and end up drawing a walk to load the bases. So Parsons got the business going right here. Got the bases loaded, 1 out. Gonna bring up their first baseman, Buss. He's gonna bat from the right side as well. Emersack just can come right at him with the fastball. Gets it over their first pitch. Emersack kind of dealing here. 15 pitches already, first inning. There he goes. He just settled in 0-2 here. He had a leadoff guy down 0-2 and kind of come right at him. Didn't want to nibble and give up a base hit early. And kind of did the same thing right here. He's going to hit this to the gap, Buss is, and that's going to clear the bases. They cut it off there in center field. They got it in there, but that's not until the 3-run score on the double by Buss. That's a big 3 RBI double by Buss. And that'll bring up their Parsons designated hitter, Manners. Still just 1 out here, top of the first inning. Bennett's going to come out and settle down Amersack a little bit. Maybe just catching too much of the plate, Cooper. I don't know.
Yeah, so far, and when he's up in counts, he's been catching too much of the plate, maybe a curveball down and away, something unhittable, trying to get him to chase. I mean, even if he misses, still has a couple pitches he could throw in there to make him try and hit it. And if they chase it, then that's exactly what they wanted.
Yeah. Amersack, Girard's ace, I would call him for this year, going to come out and deal there. He's kind of got a change up, got him out on his front foot. Oh, the wind's going to carry this. That's a great job by Kester there to go to where he thought it was and then play the wind.
Yeah, tough play, especially with the skies. It's hard to see the ball. It kind of blends in with the sky, and with the wind.
Yeah.
it's not friendly for the outfielders today when the ball goes up in the air.
So we got 2 outs here. Amershak's going to come set. He's going to deal in a foul ball straight back. Still jumping ahead on that first pitch fastball.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. They're swinging pretty early now, looking for that fastball if he tries to mix in some curveballs first pitch.
Yeah, kind of pitch backwards maybe. There's a breaking high, hard breaking curveball that just hangs high. Evens the count at 1-1. Parsons has 3 across, still have 1 on, 2 out. Amershak challenging with a fastball there right at the knees across the middle of the plate. Amershak checks runner, comes set. There's the big bender for called looking. Put that as a backwards K in your scorebook if you're scoring, but that's not till the Parsons Vikings plate 3. You'll have the home half of the Trojans' first inning coming up when we come right back.
At Girard Medical Center Clinics, we focus on what good health looks like for you. Personalized care by physicians and nurse practitioners that get to know you and your needs. Dedicated care for routine health visits or more serious chronic conditions. Convenient care in 6 Southeast Kansas communities. Care for your health, your way, in your backyard. Girard Medical Center Clinics. Frontenac, Arma, Cherokee, Girard, Uniontown, and now Fort Scott.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Okay, we're back here for the home half of the Trojan matchup with the Parsons Vikings. Amershak got in a little bit of trouble, found himself up in the count, just maybe got hit around a little bit on some 2-strike counts. So, but the Trojans, they're going to lead it off here. Caleb Scales, Jaden Norris, Alex Kester, Trevor Amershak, Ethan Bennett, Ethan Davidson, Luke Nigaman, Reese Merrill, Zade Montgomery. That's your 9 batting orders. So Caleb Scales DHing, nursing a little bit of a shoulder problem. Doesn't seem to hamper his bat. He's been swinging a hot stick here lately. He's going to take that first pitch over but low. And on the bump for Parsons is Roland. That's all I can tell you of him. He threw a little bender there, something slide step. I don't know kind of what that was. Something had a little movement to it. He gets Caleb down 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's Caleb swings through a fastball. Parsons defensively's lined up pretty straight away. Ball down and in. Caleb takes that to even the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Oh, nearly got his back foot there. Stood in there.
That's a good thing about the turf here. We don't have to change out baseballs all the time. It's pretty nice. Caleb awaits the pitch. There's a pitch and deliver. He rips that thing foul down the right field line. Just out in front of that inside fastball, just a touch. Count stays 2-2 on Trojans leadoff hitter, Caleb Scales. Rolling, he comes set. Easy wind up. He just that's gonna be, he doesn't know if that's ball 4 or strike 3. We're gonna see what happens there. I think that ball was outside. Caleb checked his swing, but
yeah, now he's hoping he's down there. There's a strikeout, but he got on. Find a way on when you're already down.
They did call him a strikeout on that, didn't they? So yeah. That's hard on a scorekeeper. Got to give him a strikeout, but he had reaches on a wild pitch. So that'll bring up Jaden Norris, Trojans third baseman. get rolling out of the stretch here. He kind of comes set, holds a long time to get Jaden Norris to call timeout. Can't do that in the majors no more.
Got to stay in the box.
They put you a pitch clock in, so I don't want to get started on how stupid I think that is. So.
Well, just imagine sitting here for 3.5 hours watching guys redo their batting gloves.
Caleb's going to bluff a go. Roland's going to deliver a pitch outside. So Norris looks down there, sees Coach Dunlap give a few signals out here. Coach Smith at first base box talks to Caleb Scales. Norris comes. He's all set and ready. Roland comes set. He's going to deliver a pitch. It's going to be down and outside, and Caleb's going to get a late break. Woo! That catcher made that a lot closer than maybe it could have been. It's a good job by Parsons catcher, Phillips. Scales reading that ball in the dirt, skips away, able to take another base. So Trojans kind of in business themselves right here. That pitch is outside. Caleb's go. Well, he bluffed to go there. Thought, well, that last one, the second was too close. He just kind of stayed put right there. That's a 3-0 count on Jaden Norris right here. I'd assume he's probably going to take 1 or 2 pitches.
Yeah, you got to believe he has the take sign, especially down 3-0 early, just trying to get base runners at this point.
Roland's going to come set. Jaden shows bunt, but it's a take all the way, and he's going to get the benefit of the call. Outside corner at the knees. Good pitch. 3-1, I'd say he's still kind of looking pitch and location right here. You don't have to be too picky. And there's a nice pitch. Jaden swings through it. That brings up a full count. Nobody out. Still have a runner at second. Sun may be trying to peek through some of this cloud cover. So Roland's going to look in, get his sign, going to check the runner. To the belt. Delivers a pitch, and it is low and outside. Good job there by Phillips to block another one. So Norris draws a walk to put 2 on and nobody out. It's kind of how Parsons started, just a little bit different. Parsons was hitting their way on, where Trojans have kind of benefited on errors and a wild pitch. So that'll bring up Alex Kester, Trojan shortstop. He's going to be first pitch hacking at a ball that's maybe a touch outside. He's going to step off. Roland wants to talk to his catcher, Phillips, maybe runner at second base, maybe using some sort of 2-sign system, and want to make sure everybody's on the same page here.
Yep, for sure. Possibly changing it up with good hitter up at the plate, chance to bring a couple runs home.
There's the pitch. He's going to hit it behind. That's a good stop by the second baseman, Keel, to even get a glove on that to hold to stop a run from scoring. But it's a good job by Kester. Excuse me. Good job by Kester to hit behind a runner. I'm going to go ahead and give him a clean single. I think even if he fields that clean, I don't know if he throws Alex out at first. So.
Yeah, it would have been a perfect hit and run. I don't think it was called, but that's a perfect hit and run right there.
That's going to load the bases for Trevor Amershak here. Time to redeem himself a little bit off the heel. He's going to take first pitch strike. I keep wanting to write that down in my scorebook, but I don't have any place to put it. So Trojans have chalked the whole bases full. Amershak's going to get sawed off a little bit inside out, swing that foul ball off to the left side. Finds himself in a hole 0-2, but Trevor's a pretty good hitter. You don't bat in the 4-hole of a state championship caliber team because you can't swing it.
Right, there's a big hole over on that right side between the 3-4 hole. Second baseman playing up the middle, trying to get a double play here.
Amershak able to kind of take that pitch inside, maybe check the swing. I agree. There's both corner outfielders are really playing the line. There's big gaps if you can get it to it. Roland's going to deal. Amershak's going to foul it off. Keeps the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still bases loaded, nobody out. Still first inning, bottom of the first. Vikings lead 3-0. So there, Roland checks the sign. He agrees. They come set here. He's to the belt, looking in. Kicks his leg, fires, and that is off Amershak's kneecap. He earns first base the hard way, but that'll bring Caleb Scales in for the first Trojan run.
Now batting catcher number 4, Ethan Bennett.
So that's going to bring up Ethan Bennett, Trojans catcher. And we're going to have a courtesy runner coming in for our pitcher. Wait to see who number 21 is. Aiden Ashbacher is going to come in and run for Trevor Amershak. Still, bases loaded, nobody out. Trojans got a chance to pick at this lead. See if Ethan Bennett can get something going here. And he's going to first pitch hacking. He's going to foul that off back and away. Fastball. So Roland trying to get ahead first pitch fastball, and Trojans are not putting it in play, but they're spoiling it.
They're getting close to it. I mean, they're seeing quite a bit of pitches, 20 pitches so far, and no outs for the Vikings to this point.
So Roland's going to kick and deal. That pitch is over, but and a called strike 2. I thought maybe it was a touch low, but it's hard to see that from up here. So Bennett finds himself in a big hole 0-2 right here, bases loaded. Trojans trail 3-1. That ball's outside and low. It's a good take right there. That pitch is pretty close. It's a good place to put an 0-2 pitch right there if you're rolling.
Yeah, and as a hitter, you're wanting to hit the ball and play and try and drive in some runs, so even harder to take on that.
He's going to waste that one, going to just tap that foul. It's a good thing to do. People don't realize that they hadn't played a lot of baseball, Cooper, how important that is able to do. That pitch is too close, too good of a pitch to actually do anything with, but he's able just to get a bat on it, live to fight another day.
Yep.
So Roland's going to kick and deliver. He throws a curveball. He's going to hit it right to the first baseman, who's going to concede the run, but he's going to get the force out there. So Jaden Norris is going to come across to bring in the second Trojan run. It's going to move Kessler to third and Amershak over to second. Give Ethan Bennett a good RBI ground out.
Now batting center fielder number 5.
I'm going to call that 3 unassisted for the first out of the inning. So Ethan Davidson's going to come up, Trojan starting center fielder with runners at second and third base. And 1 out. He's going to take high and away for first pitch fastball. And one thing I've noticed the last few years watching these Trojan batters, boy, there's a lot of them that like to toe that front line. They like to stand up and on top of the plate and just dare you to throw you inside.
Right. Makes it easier to hit the outside pitch, too. You see a lot of the MLB games you watch, some of those guys are almost in the back of the batter's box, and you almost wonder how do they even hit the outside pitch.
Yeah, I agree. So Davison takes a pitch up and in a little bit for 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Got a timeout. Somebody called timeout. Oh, we're going to give a balk. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
He's going to go explain what the umpire saw, but that's going to tie the ball game up on a balk. I don't know even how to put that in the score. So, but still just 1 out and runner at third base. Ethan Davidson's in the batter's box. The runner at third's Trevor Amber. Well, it's who'd they tell me was running? Aiden Ashbacher, pinch running for Trevor Amershak. That pitch is outside. Roland's kind of dealing a little bit. He struggled with some wild pitches, had a balk, You know, he struck our leadoff hitter out, Caleb Scales, but it was on a wild pitch where Caleb was able to take first. So,
I mean, he's thrown quite a bit of balls, but the ones he has put in the zone, they haven't been hard hit balls to this point.
yeah, Davidson's going to take high for four pitch walk to Ethan Davidson.
Girard, though, just being patient. That's exactly what you want when a pitcher isn't throwing strikes on the mound.
Yep. That's going to bring up the Trojans starting left fielder Luke Nigaman. And I don't know here. First and third, I had one out. Boy, I think you'd have Davidson maybe trying to take second base here early in this count.
I mean, even a hit and run wouldn't be too bad here, especially with second base already shaded up the middle.
They're kind of playing double play depth there up the middle, shortstop and second baseman. Pitcher's just going to hold. Luke needs to call timeout right here because nothing. He wasn't never planning on throwing a pitch right here. I think they're trying to get a read to see what Davidson was going to do. Ashbacher over there at third is going to have to be pretty smart, not fall for a first and third type pickoff play. There's Davidson goes. He made no worry. He was going first move. So Davidson steals that pretty easy on a ball that was high.
Usually those are the ones that you want as a catcher to try and throw someone out at second.
He had such a good jump, he just didn't have a chance. So Luke takes ball 2 inside. Still just one out here, and Roland's all the way up to 30 pitches, so he's not going to be long for this game. So Roland's going to come set here, just a short leg kick, just trying to get me over pitch, and it just stays up and outside. He took quite a bit off of that, and Phillips says, man, here, just settle in, throw some strikes, let them get themselves out.
Just trying to gain some confidence after he's walked a couple batters already this inning. I'm surprised Coach hasn't been out there to talk to him yet.
Me too. So Roland, he's going to come set and kick, and he's going to deliver, and he's going to miss up and away again. So that's going to give Luke a walk, which will put the double play. And as you say here comes the coach. He says, let's talk this over. That and as a pitcher, sometimes you just need a break. Coach Beardmore there for Parsons. He says, take your breath. So,
just trying to get a double play ball here for Parsons, but Girard wouldn't be surprised to see a bunt try and get a run across.
Maybe bases loaded. It's forced play at home on a bunt situation. The old 643 might be your best friend right here if you're Parsons.
Yeah.
Reese Merrill's going to be up to Girard starting second baseman. He's looking for something he can hit in the air. Fly ball, score a run. Hustle down first, break up a double play. There's just a lot of situations here Trojans can still score. So number 18, Reese Merrill, junior. First time we've had a junior step up to the plate. He might be the only junior in the starting lineup tonight. So Reese here, he kind of bats out of an open stance. Staring in. Roland's going to hold the ball. He's going to kick and deliver. And Reese is ready to hit a pitch. He takes a good, solid swing and fouls off that first pitch. So finds himself in a little hole, 0-1.
Yeah, that was only the third batter he's thrown a first pitch strike to so far. And we're almost all the way through the Trojans lineup.
Trojans got bases loaded again. Second time this inning they've had the bases loaded. Still just one out. And Reese hasn't seen a pitch he hadn't liked yet. He fouls 2 off here. Finds himself in hole 0-2. So now he just got to be aggressive on a good 2-strike approach. Just try to put the ball in play and make a productive out if anything. Roland comes set, makes a deliver, and he fouls another one off. Merrill's fighting. So like you say, Roland, 35 pitches, 1 out here. Base is full of Trojans. Girard starting second baseman Reese Merrill. He digs into the batter's box, wags his bat a little bit, and takes a called third strike on the inside corner. Breaking ball some sort gets Reese looking for the second out of the inning.
Tough pitch kind of fooled him as he started turning back, and that just curved right into the zone.
Roland makes a pitch when he needed to right there, so that'll bring up Trojans first baseman Zaid Montgomery. And he takes a pitch low and in. Ball one. So here, anything's going to move the runners. We've got 2 outs, so they're going on contact. Don't have to wait to see if the balls are going to be caught. A lot of things can happen offensively here for the Trojans. That's that curveball again. That's a pretty nice little curveball when he's got control over it. Not a big looping breaker, kind of a side-to-side breaker that's just he's starting that kind of in the other batter's box and breaking it right over that corner of the plate. Counts even 1-1, tied ball game 3-all. Zaid, he's going to fight one off, just foul down the left field line. It's going to bring the count 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Tie ball game 3-3. Parsons Vikings pitcher Roland comes set to the belt. He delivers. Zaid Montgomery's going to find a gap. There is no one there now. Everybody's going to run a long time. In comes Ashbacher. In comes Davidson. And they're going to be a ground rule double. Ball must have bounced over the fence. Montgomery gave that one all it wanted now. Good hit, Zaid Montgomery. So Davidson scores.
Yeah, that was really the first solid contact so far Girard gotten. Good sign as they're bringing top of their lineup around for the second time in this inning.
Yeah, that's good for everybody but the scorekeeper. Yeah, that's going to bring up Caleb Scales. Caleb's going to take first pitch strike outside at the knees. Good take, not a good pitch you can handle as a left-handed batter, most of them. Caleb's more than likely looking for something down and in. Most lefties like that down and in. They just got that natural sweet spot, the sweet swing to get the sweet part right there. Caleb unleashes this one to straightaway center field.
Yeah, that one's going to get down too.
That one's going to one hop over the fence for a ground rule double as well. So there's Caleb. As we was just talking, he likes that pitch a little down and in, and he just smokes that one for ground rule double.
Yeah, now the coach is going to come out again. It's going to be it for him today.
It's going to be it for Roland, I'd say. He's motioned to somebody. So we'll have all the stats. Trojans taking a 7-3 lead here in 2 outs in the bottom of the, I guess we better, maybe he hasn't. Roland's still standing on the hill. There, he just made a signal in. So we're going to go ahead and step off to a break. So let's come down here and let's run that one up. Let's go that one. So.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
At Girard Medical Center Clinics, we focus on what good health looks like for you. Personalized care by physicians and nurse practitioners that get to know you and your needs. Dedicated care for routine health visits or more serious chronic conditions. Convenient care in 6 Southeast Kansas communities. Care for your health, your way, in your backyard. Girard Medical Center Clinics. Frontenac, Arma, Cherokee, Girard, Uniontown, and now Fort Scott.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed. Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
So each going to come in from right field, going to come to the pitch, to the mound to pitch, and number 4, and we have 2 number 4s on Parsons' roster. He's just going to come in and play right field. But that'll bring up Jaden Norris after an onslaught of hits here. We're going to Caleb Scales ground rule doubles, Aiden Montgomery ground rule double. Norris trying to swing that one and try to hit that one all the way back to his hometown of Brazelton. So he's even to count 1-1. 2 outs. Trojans up 7-3. So Wheat's going to kick and deliver, and Jaden just gets out of the way of that one. I thought maybe it caught a jersey.
Yeah, that's always tough to tell as an umpire when you're back there just in real speed if it catches or not. I mean, he wants to hit in this count.
He's going to take a ball way low and outside. Good job there by Phillips to block it. That number 19, Phillips for Parsons. He's had his work cut out. He's been catching a long first inning here. That ball's high and outside. So Norris, he's been to the plate twice and yet has recorded an at bat with 2 walks. So
Batting shortstop, number 12, Alex Kester.
it's going to bring Alex Kester. Kester hit a single. That was that diving play by the second baseman. His first time up. That pitch is going to be a cold strike over the outer edge, and I don't know if the catcher got a little cross right there, but he's going to go talk to his pitcher, Wheat. So Kester down on the count, no balls, 1 strike. Got Caleb Scales at second base, Jaden Norris at first. Kester stepped off the back of the rubber. Everybody trying to get on the same page, not let this game get out of control. So Wheat's going to come set, kick his leg, deliver. That ball's going to hit Alex in the arm. Alex, I'm pretty sure, led the team with hit by pitches last year. He's not too shy to get out of the way. He kind of old school, likes to get on base any way possible.
Swore it right off that Evo shield. Didn't even feel it barely. I mean, free base for him.
That'll load the bases for at least the 3rd time here in the first inning for Trevor Amershak. He's going to just take cold strike, kind of tracked all the way in, had a little half-hearted check swing, reading the pitch all the way to the catcher's glove. There's a curveball that Amershak's going to foul off to the left side. Puts him in the count 0-2, and I'm pretty sure he's down on the count 0-2. He's first at bat. Then he ends up battling back. I think he walked.
Yeah, with a lot of command.
There, he's going to pop that one up. I hope the way that wind's blowing, yeah, it blew it back into play, but the catcher kind of overrun it.
Yeah, I saw that one go up. I thought it was out for sure. I didn't even turn the camera there for a second, and I look over and came so far back the catcher overran it.
Yeah, I don't have a speedometer on what this wind's blowing straight out of the south, but yeah, that foul ball cleared the stands and wind blew it right back in play. So tells you how hard the outfielders are going to have to stay focused. And he's going to rope a ball. He's going to short hop second baseman, and everybody's going to be safe. Yeah, that's going to score Caleb Scales. That's good hustle there by Trevor Emershek to bust it down the line. So I'm an easy score. I'm going to give him a single on that too. Second baseman knocks it down, recovers fine, and just Emershek wheels it out. So that'll score Scales. Norris to third, Kester to second. And that'll bring Ashbacher back in to run for Trevor Emershek, who's tells me he's still going to stay on the bump. Bring up Ethan Bennett for the second time here in the first inning, where the Trojans put up an 8 spot. Bennett's going to pop this one up. Catcher's going to not get a good read on it either and be late recovering. And old broadcaster's jinx right there. I was just bragging on how good a job he was doing behind the plate, and he's misplayed a couple foul balls there.
Yeah, he's done about 4 innings worth of work behind the plate this inning alone.
Yeah. A new life to Bennett. He's going to chop one over. That's going to be a tough play for anybody. There's going to be no play made. That's the old swing and bunt right there. It's just going to be hard to – there wasn't an out to be made on a ball hit that soft. So Bennett's going to reach first on a single. That'll score Norris. That should leave me with Kester at third and Ashbacher at second. Ethan Bennett at first, and they're going to courtesy run Levi Blair, number 13, for the catcher. Bennett. I'm sure I'll have that all screwed up before this inning's over, but that's 9 runs here in the bottom of the first inning. And that'll bring up Ethan Davidson, Trojan center fielder, with the bases loaded again. He's going to be first pitch hacking and foul that off to the right side. Good looking swing there by Davidson. Just kind of kept his head down, just barely missed the ball. Wheat's going to deliver that pitch. That's got to be a strike. Yep. Inner half, thigh high. Good pitch there by Wheat. Davidson finds himself down at 0-2, bases loaded. Trojans have plated 9 runs, lead 9-3. There's that curveball. That one didn't break. Maybe slipped out of his hand head high, but everybody knows on a curveball head high, there was no intent on that.
Nope.
Davidson digs back in here. So he's going to take a call. Just step on the plate, catcher. Force it home. That's going to do it there. Davidson's going to be caught looking for the 3rd out of the inning. Trojans bat around almost twice, and they're going to find themselves in the lead 9-3. You're watching Trojan baseball right here on Girard Sports Live.
Family owned and operated, G&N Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, G&N Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. G&N Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Thanks to your support, Canara Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Canara Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
If you were in the market.
All right. And we're back here. Cooper and I are just sitting in here in the conversation. So Amershak's going to come back out for the top of the second. That's going to bring up the Parsons left fielder, Kendrick. He's going to be first pitch hacking. They're still trying to ambush Amershak on those first pitch strikes. And Amershak, does he ever work fast? He just wants to get that ball and throw it. And there's strike two. So here we go. We'll see if he learned anything out of that first inning. He's up, way up on the batter, 0-2 here. Let's try to get him some nibble here. Let's throw a curveball, let's throw something. And there's that curveball. Good job by Bennett to block it in the dirt. So I like that a lot better there. They not challenging him so much on the 0-2. He's going to challenge him right here. That ball's going to be chopped to the ground. Amershak's going to field it, and he's going to make an easy play there. That play will go 1-3 in your scorebook for the first out. Little one hopper back to Amershak at the pitching mound.
Yeah, a lot better 0-2 pitch there. Usually an 0-2 pitch, you don't even want it to be hittable, a lot of coaches will say.
Yep, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. They'll bring up center fielder Mack. He's seen a couple balls go over his head today. He takes low, ball one, gets right through Ethan Bennett as well. So there again, I could say Amershak's deal. There's a changeup you was asking about right there. He hadn't showed Mack that first pitch fastball and come back off speed and had Mack way out in front of it. Amershak's going to deal that. It's going to be foul, out of play off the right side. Amershak up 0-2 again here, and like I say, when Trevor's feeling it, you always know it because, man, he just gets that ball and kicks and fires it right back. And there's that curveball. Lost the grip on it a little bit. Ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Trojans up 9-3. There you go.
Great placement there.
Don't know. That's a beauty curveball for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There you go. Catches him looking on the fastball. And like we talked about, maybe pitching a little backwards. And what I mean by that is Parsons was ambushing those first pitch fastballs. So you kind of come out and you throw some off-speed stuff early and you come back hard and get them out. Seemed to work on that batter. So Parsons has worked her way back up to the leadoff hitter, shortstop Keel. He takes a called first pitch strike, and there's that curveball. That's got to be a strike. So here we go. Amershak dealing a little bit. He's up in the count 0-2. Just leave that one up a little bit in the zone. You don't want to leave those curveballs up there. Some of those can go a long ways the other way.
Yeah, Amershak's command this inning's been a lot better. Gets out there, gets ahead. Coaches always say the best pitch a pitcher can throw is strike one.
Amen.
And he's been doing that pretty well this inning, bouncing back well.
Yeah, full count right here. Good job by Keel to get the count back full, and he's just going to coming right at me. Good thing we got a net and a window there because that was fouled straight back. And then, you know, the old saying, when the batter fouls one straight back like that, he is all over that pitch. So see if Amershak wants to challenge him. Keel led the game off with a single on an 0-2 count. There you go. He did challenge him with a fastball right down the middle as Keel took for strike 3. So in the middle after 1.5, Trojans lead at 9-3. We'll be back in a few minutes. So you've been watching Trojan Baseball, Girard Sports Live.
Buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space? Look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
And we're back here. Trojans lead at 9-3. Wheat still in the pitch for the Vikings. Emershak, he settled in here in that top of that second inning, gets a 1-2-3 with 3 strikeouts. So we'll see here. This game could end early in a run rule. Run rule in high school is, 15 after 3, 10 after 5. Nigman's up to the plate. He takes a pitch outside, and they've just heard that they may implement a new run rule this year that 1 after 7, they say.
1 after 7?
Yeah, so if you're up 1 run after 7th inning, you automatically win.
I don't like that rule.
Yeah.
Or that's classic baseball,
yeah,
right?
That's right. That's always a joke I like to tell. So.
You got me there for a little bit.
I did. I
started thinking.
Yeah, look on your face. Let me. So there's Nigman takes a strike. I think the count's 2-1, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, but with those run rules, they change everywhere you go. Even every different tournament you play in on the summer, it's different every place. So
yeah.
I never know fully what it is until the umpire says it. Just keep playing.
Nigman swings through that pitch, counts even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ooh, just missed inside. The catcher thought maybe he turns and looks. Did you call that a ball? Umpire said, yep. So full count here on Trojan left fielder Luke Nigman. He's going to foul that pitch off to the left side. Luke kind of coming out for baseball here in his senior year. He didn't play baseball these first couple of years in high school, as he was pretty sure he either nursing some sort of injury after football and basketball. There's a curveball. That's going to get him looking. That's a nice pitch there by Wheat. So Luke gets the backwards K for the first out. That's going to bring up Reese Merrill. He struck out on a curveball as well, first time up. So Reese digs in there, batting out that open stance. Hacks at the first pitch inside fastball. So far, Reese has not swung at one pitch, I think, and that was the pitch they called him out on. He's pretty happy up there with the bat in his hand, it looks like. Very confident hitter. Fouls another one off the good hands there by an ex-pitcher, Chris Dunlap. Trojan head coach, coaching third base. So Merrill finds himself down 0-2. There he takes a pitch eyeball high outside for first ball.
Yeah, that one was quite a bit outside. Catcher made it look good, though.
There, Wheat kicks and delivers and gets Merrill swinging. So Parsons settling down here and getting the first 2 Trojans.
Now batting first baseman number 27.
So that's going to bring up Zaid Montgomery, who roped a ground rule double to right center field that one hops over the fence. I'm going to take that one high. Zaid's kind of got sunglasses on, hitting with sunglasses on a cloudy day. But he's got the wind in his favor as a left-handed hitter. If he can get that ball up in the air, it should travel. He takes up and away for ball 2.
Yeah, the right fielder's playing a couple steps off the warning track, expecting him to hit something out there again.
Says, you ain't going to do that to me again. You're going to take inside ball 3. So, nope, my bad. Called strike. Kind of delayed action. 2 balls, 1 strike. That one's outside. Now it's 3 balls, 1 strike on the Trojan first baseman, Zaid Montgomery, wearing number 27. Zaid's going to dig in there, stare him down. They're going to kick and deliver and going to be inside for a walk. So that'll give the Trojans their first base runner of this inning. They're leading 9-3.
Now batting
in the bottom half of the second inning, and that's going to bring off the Trojan leadoff hitter, who has reached on a wild pitch and ground rule double to straightaway center field a while ago. So Montgomery takes his lead off of first. The pitch is delivered in there, and that's a nice pitch. That's strike one. Letter high, kind of the high part of that strike zone. Right down the middle. Caleb gets comfortable in the batter's box, and they're going to throw that one just a little higher, see if he can chase. Going to get the call up there. You might as well throw it up there. Those balls are hard to catch up with. So Wheat kicks and delivers the pitch, and there's a strike. Caleb's down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Parsons settling in nice here in their bottom half of their second inning as well. Wheat kicks and delivers. Caleb's going to foul that off. Had no idea where it went after he hit it. He just knew he got a piece of it.
Might have hit his bat twice. Got that weird bounce off the plate. He always bounces weird off the plate on a turf field.
Yeah, and that turf can get you some odd bounces.
Mm-hmm.
So Caleb's going to dig in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sade Montgomery leads off first base. They're going to kick and deliver that pitch. Is going to be up and in a little bit to even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Wheat still pitching. He's up to 38 pitches. That ball's low and away to work the count full for Caleb Scales, Trojans' designated hitter, as he's nursing a little bit of a left shoulder throwing arm soreness, we hope. And he swings through that pitch. So Caleb goes down swinging for the 3rd out, and there again Parsons returns the favor and striking out 3 Trojans in the second inning. We'll be right back. Trojans lead 9-3. You're watching Trojan Baseball on Girard Sports Live.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
All right, we're back here. You're watching Trojan Baseball, Girard Sports Live. Trojans up 9-3, top of the 3rd. Parsons catchers Phillips will be up. Trojans had a pitching change here. They switch Amershak out after 39 pitches in 2 innings with the lead. Ethan Davidson's going to take the hill for the Trojans. I got to write all this down before I forget. So that'll close the book off of Amershak. And looks like Alex Kester's moved to 3rd. Amershak's taken over at short. I'm pretty sure Jaden Norris has moved from 3rd to center field, the best I can tell from with my old eyes and this distance. So
yeah, I can't see between the net and the distance we are away. Annie has his glove kind of covering that number.
Davidson's missed with his first 2 here to the Parsons catcher, Phillips. He's done a good job behind the plate, like we said. He's done a good job blocking. Missed a couple opportunities on some wind-aided pop flies, but
He's caught a full game here in the first couple innings. There's a good pitch by Davidson. It's over but low, so he's worked himself in a 3-ball, no strike count. So I'd assume you're going to want to see him throw a couple strikes if you're Parsons. Davidson out of the full windup. He's pretty slow through his delivery. Oh, they're swinging 3-0 pitch. Kester's got to play it on a hop. He's going to have to hurry to get him, and he does. Kester's showing off that cannon. Swinging 3-0s to Parsons Vikings. They hit a one-hopper to Kester. Has to play it off that big, high, long turf hop and able to set back, play it, and showcase that arm to cross the diamond to Zayden Montgomery at first base. First out.
Those are the weird hops, whether you go get it or you wait back, and usually when you wait back, bad things will happen. His arm saved him.
Davidson here's not quite found his stride coming in out of the reaches the center field to take the bump. Missed another ball. He's thrown one strike, and thankful Parsons hit that in play. So Ethan's going to go through the whole. He's pretty slow in his windup. First time I've seen this kid pitch. There's a called strike, 1-1. But for those of you watching, you can kind of see him. He's just pretty slow and deliberate through his windup, and then like he's throwing a dart, comes from his ear right out of his glove right there, and just there's the ball. So that's in there for strike 2.
Those slow holds by pitchers make it extremely hard on the hitters when they're timing their load and can get them off balance quite a bit.
So Davidson, he's going to kick and wind, and here's the throw. There's a curveball. He's got him up way out. Somebody needs to take charge. That ball's caught by the center fielder, now pitcher Ethan Davidson. High school baseball, you know, if that was the major leaguers, everybody'd be like, get out of the way, pitcher.
Yeah, that'd be catcher or third base there in the majors.
Davidson normally is a gold glove type outfielder, so they say, you want it, you can have it. So he's got 2 outs here. He throws first pitch strike to third baseman of the Parsons Vikings, Myers, who fouls it off, backing away. Davidson's pitching style reminds me of a I can't remember when he graduated. His mom's sitting right here beside me, but Bailey Crapson used to throw a lot like this. To throw it a little harder than Davidson throws it, but there's a good-looking curveball to get up in the count 0-2. What year did Bailey graduate, Karen? Do you remember? In that 2016 graduating. You know, I got a lot of stories on Bailey Crapson on the bump. He was a good pitcher. But right now we're focused on Ethan Davidson. He's going to way ahead in the count 0-2 right here. He's going to throw that curveball in there, bends it across the inside corner, called third strike. So the Vikings go down 1-2-3 again, and we'll be back for the bottom half of the third inning. You're watching Trojan Baseball on Girard Sports Live.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Welcome back, Girard, Kansas. Red Wetke Ballparks, home of the Girard Trojans, who lead the Parsons Vikings 9-3. And what started out to be a wild first inning, and both teams have settled down here and been able to get some outs. So Jaden Norris, who started at third base, moved out to center field, is going to lead this inning off. He is 0 for 0 and been on base both times, drawing 2 walks. He's first pitch hacking, fouls that off as he's way out in front of a curveball. Wheat still battling for the Parsons Vikings. He come in out of right field and relieved Roland there in the first inning. He hops one in there tried the old 58-footer, but Norris wasn't biting. Evens the count at 1-1. Norris digs in, looks in, and takes a pitch that's a little bit outside. Catcher Phillips did a good job of sliding over, and of course it's always easier, seems like, to do that when there's nobody on. 2 balls, 1 strike on the center fielder. Norris kind of steps in the bucket on a curveball there and swings and misses. Works the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on. Bottom of the third inning, Trojans up 9-3. Didn't fool him on that one. Try to throw the same pitch that he chased him on a while ago. Works the full count, does Jaden Norris. Taps the plate, waggles the bat. Pitcher kicks and delivers, and Jaden fouls it straight back and out of play. So we'll do it again. I don't think the wind's let up out there. We're in a nice little press box here for a high school baseball complex. Norris swings through that one for the first out of the inning. And that is Wheat's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm pretty sure I got him. That is 5 strikeouts. He has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts and 5 outs. Every out that he's recorded has been by the way a strikeout.
Yeah, he's been commanding everything well.
Yeah, Kester's going to pop this up to shallow center field, and center fielder Mac's going to come in and call off the shortstop like he's supposed to gain control of that. Well, just as we talked about, so 5 out of 6 outs been recorded by the strikeout, and he's starting to feel it and want to work a little faster, so he comes out and first pitch just a little outside to Trevor Amershak, who started the game pitching for the Trojans and moved to shortstop.
Yeah, coaches always talk about putting the ball on the ground, but today it's not the worst day to have it go in the air. I mean, it's going to be a tough play every time.
No, I agree. There's some wicked things can happen on them high, lazy pop-ups. And we've seen a couple of them that the Trojans was able to make a play on there, and Vikings have missed a couple of them. Amershak, he's going to foul that off. I'm pretty sure that'll get out of play, but you don't what? Nope. Wind blew it back in. Myers able to stay with it and able to track that down. I can't write and talk at the same time. I'm sorry. Hey, we'll be right back. You're watching Trojan Baseball on Girard Sports Live.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
Celebrate, recognize, build. That's the promise of Scottco LLC Awards and Engraving. Owners Greg and Missy Scott are committed to helping their customers celebrate special moments, recognize achievements, and build relationships. Plaques and awards, custom leather patch hats, Trojan gear, trophies, corporate promotional items, and so much more. Plus, while you're there, stop in next door to find the latest fashions from Aubrey at Scott & Company. Scottco LLC. Learn more at scottcoawards.com or call 620-724-0341.
And we're back here. Trojans leading the Parsons Vikings. Vikings coming up in the top half of the fourth inning. They're going to face Ethan Davidson. But they will have their first baseman, Bus, up to the plate. Trailing 9-3, they need a lot of base runners here, so they should be patient at the plate. Davidson uncorks a ball to the backstop. Maybe just trying to overthrow a little bit there. Davidson come in the top of the third and made quick work of him. Looked good, so we'll just see if he can come through here. And there's a good pitch called strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Davidson looks in, gets sign he likes. He's going to take his wind and kick and deliver. And he tried the 58-footer, and it didn't work for him very well either. For those of you that might not understand, pitching mound 60 foot 6 inches away, so sometimes that 58-footer is just a good show pitch, but your catchers don't normally like it. Davidson glares over the top of that glove, gets his sign, goes into his windup, and he's going to throw a pitch that's going to be fouled away by the Vikings' first baseman, Bus. Even the count at 2-2. Trojans up 9-3, top of the fourth. So Davidson delivers a pitch. It stays low and outside. It takes the count full to 3-2. He's going to glare back in, get his sign. Something's going to happen right here. Going to drill the ball back up the middle. Davidson maybe almost tried to make the cardinal sin of a pitcher to try to barehand that as it went by, but thought better of it. Gives him a base hit. That's a good, clean single for Bus. First hit Davidson's allowed since he's entered the game. That'll bring up Manners, Parsons DH. So we might get a look at Davidson's move to first base here. Good pitch, inside corner, letters high. Davidson might be a little more effective here out of the stretch. Just speeds him up just a touch. And that pitch is low. Good job by Bennett to keep it corralled. Wind still howling straight out of the south, which is straight across straight down right field line here at the Trojans' home ballpark.
I'm surprised they let him wear the arm sleeve out there. Most umpires tell the pitcher they can't wear arm sleeves.
I think it can't be white.
Okay. It just can't blend in with the team's jersey?
Yes,
okay.
Or the ball, yep. So Davidson misses there and kind of hits Manners right in the old wallet. So he's going to draw first base, and that's going to get Parsons 2 on, nobody out. That's kind of how they started the first inning and put a 3 spot up. So Trojans need to settle down here, and we'll trade some outs for runs going on, but we need some outs.
Yeah, ground ball here wouldn't be too bad.
Davids spoke out a turn a while ago and said I liked him throwing out of the stretch. I thought he looked better, but he's missed on his last few here, so I'll quit bragging on people. David's going to come set, check the runners. He's going to throw a pitch there that catches the outside corner. Evens the count 1-1. Parsons has Bus at second and Manners at first. Keel at the plate. He waggles his bat, waiting on the pitch, and he's going to get a good hack on that pitch, foul it back and out of play, but gets down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. We need ground ball right at somebody. Good job by Davidson. Oh, nope, nobody there. Or Bennett. Good job there by Ethan Bennett. Keep that ball blocked and down and hold the runners where they need to be. So evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. There you go. Just low. Good pitch. That was over but low. So Keel works the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes on the Parsons second baseman Keel. Something happening here. Be a good time for a hit and run. Move the runners. He's swinging through it.
Yeah, he was all over that.
That ball was smoked. Just foul. Not ever fair. I mean, it was foul all the way. So Davidson's going to dig back in on the mound. Keel's going to dig in the batter's box. Everybody's going to look at one another for a second. Come set, kick and deliver. There you go. Yep.
Good pitch at the bottom of the zone. It's hard to see up here sometimes where it's at.
I agree that he maybe had pitched that's real similar to that called the ball earlier in the count, but he went right back to it and
needed that pitch for an out and confidence.
Yep, that'll bring up the left fielder Kendrick. Parsons still have 2 on and only 1 out, so they can still do some damage. There's that same pitch. Strike 1. Ethan's found something that's working for him. Trojans playing pretty straight up. They might be shifted a little bit around to the other side, the pull side, the left side. That's strike 2. That was inside corners at the letters, and this umpire's kind of had a wide zone all night, but it's been very, very consistent both ways.
Yep, pitcher's friendly zone.
Yep, very pitcher friendly zone, and it's been. There's a ball. Get there, Merrill. Right underneath Merrill's glove, who slips and falls, and we're going to just. I don't know what. That's Jaden Norris out and right. So I'd say Jake Towner's moved to center.
Yeah, Norris had fielded it, and he was hitting third, and he said, hold up, you're not going anywhere.
So Kendrick with a clean single to right field is going to load the bases with 1 out for the number 9 hole center fielder, Mack, for Parsons. He's going to look at a high curveball for ball 1. And I think here, looks like Dunlap's decided to play the corners in, middle's back. There's a wild pitch. But no runner. Bennett did a good job of getting to it. Maybe the runner at third, late break.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't have much of a secondary. Wasn't really anticipating the ball in the dirt and never really started turning his legs.
But as I was saying, it looks like Dunlap's decided to. We got Kester in on the grass on the third and Montgomery in on the grass at first, and then the 2 middles are back. So any ball hit to the corners looks like there might be going 4.
Mm-hmm.
There's a strike. And anything hit up the middle, we're going to try to roll a double play. Outfield pretty straight up, not real deep. Max worked the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. There's another strike. Nope. Must be low. That's over the plate right there. Just must be catching the lower part of the zone. Bennett didn't receive it real cleanly. It's 3 balls, 1 strike to Parsons center fielder. Davison kicks and goes. There's a strike. So good job of Davison. Get back in the count right here. Doesn't want to walk anybody in for nothing. Don't want to give free runners right here.
Big pitch here.
1 out here. I wouldn't send the runners. Just misses. Over but low. Couldn't have missed by much. So Davidson loses that battle, walks in a run. Still have the lead, 9-4. We got Dunlap's going to come talk to Ethan a minute here, maybe just to give him a rest. He's calling for the ball.
Yeah, he's getting up there in the pitch count. He's at 51 now.
He's on the other 37. He's on the Trojan side of the pitch count. But yeah, it looks like so it looks like they're going to bring in Alex Kester off of third base, and that's going to bring Jaden Norris in from right field back to third. It's going to bring Ethan. I'd assume they'll put him back out in center, and Jake Towner will move back over to right. So Ethan Davidson's going to be. He did a great job getting through the third inning, and just kind of lost his mojo here coming through the. So yeah, Kester's going to take the mound, coming in off third. No lineup order changes. Just everybody kind of moves around, and that's one thing we need to maybe discuss here. How nice that is to have like a Jaden Norris who can play third, he play second, he can go play a corner outfield spot and allow you not to have to bring new places in, and for a utility player like that.
Right, it doesn't. I mean, and you can keep the same offensive lineup, which is nice. And Norris, batting two-hole, he can really a utility player. When you have guys like that, you're just appreciative for people like that. And, I mean, everywhere he's played well that I've seen so far. So,
yeah, it's a real handy. I teased him one time, and I've known the kid most of his life, but it's just if Whit Merrifield was that way for the Kansas City Royals, you know, and heck, Pete Rose, I think Pete Rose is one of the very few players that ever maybe had started at 5 different positions in the Major League All-Star game. So, I mean, there's a lot of value for you young kids, if there's anybody listening, to don't get set on a position at 8, 9, 10 years old. Learn how to play them all and be successful, because you never know where you're going to be needed to fit in on a team to help a team win. And that's the ultimate goal is team wins. All right, off my soapbox on that. So Kester's going to settle in here and see if he can't get out of this one-out bases-loaded jam. And he's going to start him off with strike one right down the middle, thigh high. That's a good pitch to get started. So Keel's up, and he's 1 for 2. Good curveball, strike 2. He singled his first time up, struck out his second time up. And Kester's another one of these Girard pitchers that they just want the ball and we want to throw it back to you. Nope. Bases were loaded, 1 out. That batter's already out. Right. You don't have to throw that to first base. Bennett got a little confused, but the out was already recorded. Kester comes in and gets the first strikeout, so out number 2.
Yeah, and there was infield fly in play too, because it's bases loaded or second and third.
First and second.
First and second.
Yeah. So Kester, he's just coming in here filling the strike zone full of strikes. And there's going to be a little soft liner hit out to right. They're going to throw the short cutoff. Yep, Zade's going to miss the cutoff. We're going to have a snowball fight. Jaden's just going to knock the ball down here. Montgomery needs to come up and field that ball. That ball coming in from right field. Montgomery needs to come in, not try to short hop that, knock that down, keep that ball from bouncing around.
Right. You want a line drive that is either straight to the catcher or is a long hop to the catcher.
Yep. So Phillips comes in, hits a single. It's going to score a pair here. So Manners is going to score. I got to figure out where everybody's at. That's got to be Kendrick. Kendrick had a score. So that's Mack. I haven't been doing a very good job keeping up on my scoreboard. That's Mack at third. Phillips at first base here. I'm back with it now. I've been talking and not writing, and I told you earlier I can't do 2 things at one time. So Kester's been a good job. We got a courtesy runner coming in for Phillips there as the catcher. All those runners are going to be credited to Davidson. So now Kester's going to come set. Oh, got to block it. We got a runner. Everybody's safe here. So on a wild pitch, Matt comes in, scores, and Parsons trying to make this a ball game. They've played it 4 runs this inning to bring the score to 9-7. So that early night we used to talk about after that first innings kind of went away here. So Kessler's going to wind up. They're going to hit a rope. Jaden Norris gets it up big as he could. Just couldn't get to it.
Yeah, that ball was hit so hard. Runner from second had no chance of scoring. Nigaman was playing so shallow. Made it almost impossible.
Just a line shot to left field.
I mean, for Girard's outfield, they've been kind of creeping in. That Parsons hasn't had anything that's just been hit way over their head. So you got to think until that happens, they're going to try and keep the outfield somewhat in, besides right field where the wind's blowing out.
There's a pickoff play to first. Well, this will be the ninth Parsons Viking to bat in this inning. This is third baseman Myers. Kessler's going to stare down the runner at third. He's going to step and deliver. Bennett's just having a hard time finding a handle on that baseball. I don't think he was going to throw through anyway. Runner at first. Wheat had a great big jump on that.
Yeah, they might have had some kind of first and third play on there, but I guess we'll never know now.
It's Kessler here who come out with just throwing strikes and then started getting hit around just a little bit. Now it's having a hard time to find the strike zone. And as I say that, he paints the outside corner belly button high for a called strike. So that puts the count 2-1. Good pitch. Too good a pitch. Ball 3. And to kind of offset Kessler trying to, I wouldn't say he's quick pitching, but these Trojan pitchers like to catch it and deal, like I said. So that Parsons batter getting in there with his hands up, calling timeout. That's another ball just out of the zone.
Yeah, those 2 pitches in a row, they were close.
And that'll load the bases for the Vikings. So Vikings have now batted around, and Buss started this inning with a leadoff single, and they're going to get another one thrown to the backstop, and there's not going to no play at plate. Didn't get a good read off the play. Trojans need to just settle down here and kind of like the Vikings did in the bottom of the first, just somehow find a way to get an out.
Yeah, put a bandage on the bleeding right now. Try and limit it at this point.
There we go. Just a one hopper. Got to play at third. Jaden outruns him. So Buss is going to ground out 5 unassisted for the. Is that just the second out?
That was
the third out. Yep. So that's going to end the 4th inning, and the Trojans did a good job of getting out of that with limited damage, but the Parsons Vikings cutting into that lead. They now trail the Trojans 9-7. We'll be back. You're watching Trojan Baseball on Girard Sports Live.
James Brumback and Brumback Service Center have been keeping area residents on the road with high quality and fast service. Let's face it, none of us have time for a breakdown, so be sure to stop by Brumback's for preventative maintenance, oil changes, and tire repairs. Brumback's is also your place for new tires with a variety of quality brands to choose from. Brumback Service Center, 312 East St. John in Girard. Call 620-724-6770. Good luck, Trojans, from Brumback Service Center.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
And welcome back, Girard, Kansas. Red Wedke Ballpark, home of the Girard Trojans. Well, if you're just joining us, it's been a battle of 2 innings here. The first inning and so far the top of the fourth. There's not much happened in the second and the third. A lot of strikeouts and good pitching duel. Wheats come in here and settle this game down for the Vikings. We'll see if the Trojans can get started here with their catcher, Ethan Bennett. And he's going to swing through that first pitch. Down in the count 0-1, but Trojans had an onslaught of the first inning. The Vikings didn't help themselves out on a few plays, and Trojans took advantage. And then the Trojans returned the favor here and let Parsons back in here in the top of the fourth. Ouch. That might have hit the bat. Guess not. I thought I heard a clunk.
I'm not sure. I thought it just hit him.
Maybe he's got buns of steel. So Ethan Bennett reaches base the hard way. Last time they had Levi Blair run for him.
Now batting number 5, Ethan Davidson.
So that'll bring up Ethan Davidson, who had one decent inning pitching, and then that was close there at first base. He got a big secondary lead on a pitch way outside, and that catcher's first baseman would have been in better position. They'd have had him right there.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Ethan Davidson at the plate. He's played center and through a couple innings, and he shows bunt here and takes a strike to even the count 1-1. Wouldn't be a bad position here to maybe bunt some runners over, but you got to have a little faith that these Trojan batters will. Wheat's getting their 56 pitches in. Maybe he's going to start weakening a little and let these Trojans start swinging the bat. That ball's high.
Yeah, maybe he was just trying to show bunt, try and get him to throw a strike, because sometimes when the pitchers see bunt, they try and throw it high up and in, up towards their hands.
Davidson, he gets underneath that one, hits that one a mile high. But like I say, that wind's going to blow that almost back into fair territory. Myers at third base for the Vikings did a good job of not giving up on it for the first out of the inning.
Now batting number 11, Luke Nigaman.
So that'll bring up the left fielder, Luke Nigaman. He wears number 11 on the baseball diamond. That ball's outside. Wind still howling straight out of the right field line. So if Luke can get one up in there, I'm sure he's got the muscles to get it out. That ball's up. So Luke ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Takes the ball down in the dirt. Ball 3-0. I would assume here you're taking a pitch or two. I would want to anyway.
Yeah, make him get back in the zone.
Bennett takes his lead off of first. Luke's just staring in. He's just going to take strike 1 right there. And as a aggressive type coach, I'd like to tell you when you take that might be the only decent pitch you get to hit. So now you might have to start hitting on the pitcher's terms, and there's ball 4. So
right. I mean, 3-0, 3-1, it's usually going to be a fastball here.
And maybe that's the only fastball in your zone that you're going to get that whole at bat. So I'm not always for taking pitches. I wholeheartedly understand why you should.
Yeah.
That'll bring up Reese, who we've noticed first couple times he's been up to bat. He's not taking anything. He's coming up there hacking. He takes out. So he's going to take strike 1. Shoulder high outside corner for strike 1. So Trojans got 2 on, 1 out here. Reese Merrill at the plate. Oh.
Called it hit by pitch.
Thought it hit his bat.
That's what I thought too.
I thought he left the bat head up. We'll see if Parsons' coach wants to come out and have a talk about it. I guess not. I'm going to write it in the scorebook, so I'm going to make it unofficial. So we'll call that hit by pitch. That'll load the bases for the Trojans. And here comes Coach Beardmore out here. He's wanting to have a talk with his whole infield. He brought someone out of the dugout, so he's going to make some sort of change. I just don't know what he's doing. Trojans got the bases loaded. They're up 9-7 with one out in the bottom of the fourth inning. Zade Montgomery, who's been swinging a pretty hot bat, he roped a ground rule double and has walked in his 2 plate appearances. So did they not make it? They made no changes.
Oh, Wheat's still in there.
Shortstop. I've lost my paper. So that's strike one. Girard's first baseman, Zade Montgomery. Comes up with the bases loaded and one out. That's outside. So he's kind of dealing maybe a little faster. Maybe that's what the coach told him. Quit working slow. Get up there and throw the ball. That's high and outside for ball 2. So the Trojans have Reese Merrill at first, Luke Nigaben at second, Ethan Bennett at third, Zade Montgomery at the plate. Leading 9-7. Montgomery's going to swing through here. That's going to be a tough play. They're going to go ahead and concede a run. Montgomery's going to get an RBI. And that's why you don't like to strike out. Good things happen. Productive outs.
Yep.
So Nigaben will go to third. That'll go 1-3 for the second out of the inning. I'm not very good at keeping RBIs, but I do like to see ground out RBIs, sacrifice flies, stuff like that to help your team win. So Scales going to step in the plate. He's going to take a pitch down over the plate, but just a little bit low. Caleb's swinging a pretty hot bat here. He roped a ground rule double and struck out. That pitch is probably high over there, so Wheat's kind of been both ends, both pitches over the plate, one high, one low. He's going to kick and deliver, and Scales is going to rope one in the 3-4 hole, which should, they held him up. I was going to say that might score a pair, but Scales is going to drive in an RBI. Luke Newman is going to score. Merrill's going to get to second base. Scales on a RBI single right through the 3-4 hole. Ball was hit really hard. That'll bring Norris up here. Trojans clawing, fighting to get back up. They've extended the lead to 3 runs. They've led us by many as 6. Jaden's going to take a curveball. Going to drop in there on the outside corner for strike 1. Good-looking pitch there by Wheat, who's up to 73 pitches, so it's probably his game here unless we can just flat knock him out. Scales is going to go, and there's not going to be a throw as they have a runner at third base. So. And you can score that any different ways you want to. You know, defensive indifference, just give him the second base. You can give him a stolen base if you'd like. There's a curveball. Oh, don't give up on that too soon. No, called it the strike. That ball was eyeball high, but they're going ahead and give him the strike for probably ducking. So Jaden finds himself down 1 ball, 2 strikes. That ball's way outside. Good job there by Phillips to block it. Weeds kind of picked up his game here. The pace of this game sped up about 10 mile an hour when that coach come out, Coach Beardmore. Swung through a curveball. Jaden Norris did for the 3rd out, but Trojans get able to play the run. They're leading at 10-7. We'll be back for the top half of the 5th inning. You're watching Trojan Baseball on Girard Sports Live.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings and a variety of other dishes that would satisfy any cravings, even homemade pie. Besides dine-in and carry-out, Chicken Annie's of Girard also does catering in the area. Stop in on Highway 47 in Girard for a hearty meal, and follow Chicken Annie's of Girard on Facebook for specials.
All right, welcome back here. We got a monsoon, a hurricane blowing through here, blowing my papers everywhere. And as the Trojans lead 11-7, top half of the fifth inning. Get my right paper. You open this door, that south wind blows papers everywhere. So Manners should be up. Vikings DH. Kester still on the mound for the Trojans. He's going to come across there on the outside corner. Maybe the corner of the outside corner for a call to strike one. The Trojans defensively line up pretty straight away like they have all game. Now going to be a hopper to Jaden Norris at third. He's going to throw it across the diamond in time to get Manners. If you're scored at home, you put in your scorebook 5-3 for the first out of the Vikings. And that is very good to do.
Now batting number 7, Keel.
To get an out in a couple pitches, because Kester was struggling there towards the later part of that. He deals and brings that one over the plate just a little bit low. So Keel, second baseman for the Vikings. He's going to get a ball hit to the deep hole. Oh, rolls up Amershak's arm. Takes a little bit of a turf bounce. Rolls off the heel of his glove. Man, I don't know. I'm going to have to give him a single. My mother taught me years ago that if you get leather on it, it's an error. But I don't know. How would you score that? Would you just give Amershak an error or give him a single?
I mean, it was a tough play. He had his momentum going towards the middle. He still would have had to stop or make a pretty hard throw on the run, almost sidearm, and get him in. Pretty speedy runner going down the baseline there. It could go either ways, Jess.
I'm sure you talked to Amershak. He probably thinks he should make that play. So Kester with a pickoff attempt there at first base, unsuccessful. He's going to come set here, get down the batter. He's going to step and kick, and it's going to be a foul ball, fouled straight back. With number 7, Kendrick, up to bat. So the Vikings with one on and one out. Kester's going to check the runner at first. Come set. Uh-oh, that wall is rolling everywhere. Kester uncorks the ball. I'm just glad it hit the fence. I guess it doesn't matter. If it's going out of play, you only get one base anyway.
They got a pretty lucky bounce there that bounced back towards it and not down the line, and he would have been on 3.
Yeah, I agree. Good fortunes of the home field fence line there to kind of fence jogs back in just past the visiting dugout over there. Good pitch. Curveball going to catch the outside corner. Got 2 strikes on Kendrick. There, boom. Strike 3, looking. Knee buckling curveball from Kester gets Kendrick back to the dugout for the second inning. It's second out of the inning.
He's been commanding that curveball pretty well today. I mean, especially in 1-2, 1-1 counts. He's been able to throw it for strikes.
And he's able to get ahead on this batter, Mack, center fielder for the Vikings. Strike 2. And you said it best earlier when you said pitcher's best pitch is always strike one. I mean, there's no better thing you can say as a pitcher than that.
Nope.
Woo, that one got away. A little tail and fastball kind of cutting in. Viking center fielder Mack steps up to the plate. He's really towing that inside line. Kester maybe says, I want to piece that inside corner too. There's a curveball with Montgomery not getting to it. They're coming around their big turn at third base. But, yeah. One more step off of first. So that'll send Keel to third base, but Mack on first. That was just about a 3-hopper that got right through there in the 4-3 hole. And that'll bring up the leadoff hitter Keel, who's singled and struck out twice, with 2 on and 2 out here in the top of the 5th. Fouls that one off right off the end of the bat. It's not warm, but it's not cold. But when you hit one off the end of the bat like that, it still makes your hands feel like you're just holding a whole bunch of honeybees.
Doesn't ever feel good. I mean, wood bat or aluminum.
So Kester comes set, and no one's falling for the quick throw back to the pitcher.
This inning, Kester's done a really good job getting ahead of batters. 4 out of the 5 batters he's thrown for a strike on his first pitch.
There's a pop-up. Someone needs to find that. Nope. Ball's up and out of play. And like I say, that wind's just keeping everything hitting the air in play tonight. So we saw Parsons catcher misplay a couple plays, a couple balls just like that.
Still got a favorable count, though. See if they can capitalize.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Trojans lead by 3, and there's a ball hit up the middle. Here we're going to have a play at the plate. Here's the throw home. We're going to pick it off, and we got him out at second.
Yeah, that was a good dig at second.
Yep. Almost very good slide there by Keel. Give him a single. But he's going to get 2 RBIs. So after 4.5, Trojans now do just lead by 2. And we will be back for the bottom half of the 5th inning. You're watching it on Girard Sports Live.
Hey, Mama.
Now more than ever, Croccan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Croccan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Croccan. If you need to stay connected, you need Croccan.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
And welcome back. Trojans lead 11-9 over the Parsons Vikings. Middle of the 5th inning. So we've only got a couple innings here to go. Parsons making a pitching change. I probably ought to listen when the girls talk more. Who's pitching?
It's going to be
Elliott? Will Elliott, number 3 for Parsons. He's going to inherit the number 3, 4, 5 hitter for the Trojans, Alex Kester, Trevor Amershak, Ethan Bennett. So he comes in trailing by a couple runs and inherits the heart of the Trojan order. Well, give a shout out real quick for this lovely facility. We've only done a few baseball games on our home field, but man, is this turf nice. It's it's multi-use. I got a little first grader, and we was able to practice all the flag football practices we held out here, and we was able to move a game first of the year from Labette County to here because it was too wet over there to play. This game's not meant to be played in the rain. We had to postpone the softball game for the other day because it was just raining. Could we have played it on the field? Of course we could, but the game's just not meant to be played with a wet ball and in the rain, and it just becomes dangerous. And
yeah, it can result in a lot of injuries. It's going to be a long game. It's going to be a lot of walks, and nobody really wants to come to see a walk fest. And when you can reschedule to a sunny day, that makes it a lot better for the players and the fans.
Yep, and we'll try to keep everybody posted. I hope we're able to get that game on for you here on Girard Sports Live. So we're having some dispute here. What's going on with the batting orders or lineups? Number 3, Elliott, has come in to pitch for the Parsons Vikings. If I can keep up here. So he did a great job. He come in with 2 outs in the first inning, trailing. He'd already given up a whole bunch of runs. And let me look back here on. So when he come out with 2 outs, he did kind of struggle and give up a few hits and a walk or two. But when he settled in, man, he settled in. So here Elliott's going to face his first batter, Trojan at the time, pitcher right now, Alex Kester. He's going to take a low and inside, ball 1. And when we was watching this kid warm up, Cooper, I'm just telling you, I might be on a take mode. He didn't throw a lot of strikes during warm up.
Yeah, and with a new pitcher, usually the coach always tells him to see a strike before you go up there swinging. It's almost like when you start a game, sometimes you want to see a strike, unless you're Alcides Escobar, where he swung the first pitch of every World Series game or maybe even playoff.
And it worked out well. So Kester here, he's going to hit a high fly ball, medium depth left center field, where the Viking center fielder is going to call off the left fielder. Mac's going to make the play, so that's going to be the first out of the inning if I get on my right page. So Kester flies out to center field for out number 1. So that'll bring up shortstop for the Trojans, Trevor Emershak, who bats from the left side. Throws right, plays right, bats left. So Trevor, he takes ball 1. Trojans leading just by a couple runs here. He's going to take down 2 balls, no strikes. I guess we should say here, Trevor's going to sky this one a mile high, and that one wind will probably help blow it out of play. So Elliott here, the Vikings pitcher, is a left-hander. First left-hander we've seen on the mound tonight for either team. So Amershak crawls back in there, up an account, 2 balls, 1 strike. Elliott delivers a pitch, and Amershak ropes that fair down the line into the corner. Amershak's going to run forever. Right fielder does a great job to get that in to hold him to a double. What a great job out there by the Vikings right fielder, but that ball was roped to right field for a 1-out double for Trevor Amershak.
Yeah, he wanted that on the first pitch he was swinging. He hit it out of foul territory, and that one he got in on the hands and turned on it and sent it down the line, turn and burn.
So that's going to bring up Ethan Bennett, starting catcher for the Trojans, who hope to add a few insurance runs here. And he's just going to hit a little soft looper. That's going to be trouble. That is trouble. That is down. But Amershak, with only 1 out, has to hold. And there's that wind we was talking about. Second baseman's backpedaling, thinking that's hit right to him, and he just couldn't backpedal far enough.
Now batting number 5, Ethan Davidson.
So that'll bring up Davidson with 1 out, 2 on. Trey Amershak's got to get rid of some body armor. Barry Bonds famously made famous a few years ago now.
Usually you see it come off right after the hit.
Davidson takes down and in. Davidson so far tonight, he's reached on a pickoff play second base, but Davidson's been on base 1 out of 3 times. He's struck out. He's hit a pop fly to the third baseman, which was that really nice play in the wind that third baseman made in foul territory. So see if Ethan can get his bat right and rope a ball. He's going to hit a little routine. There's 4 6s there. They're going to call everybody safe. I thought he lost the ball in the transfer, but I'm not going to argue for the benefit of the Trojans.
Now batting number 11, Luke Nigaman.
So we'll score Davidson on first base on the fielder's choice. That was about as routine as a 4-6-3 double play ball as you want.
Yeah, I had started turning the camera. I'd got a little ahead of what I thought was happening.
Yeah, now like I said, I don't know if shortstop just short on that, never had control over it, but the umpire awarded Bennett at second base. So
some of those get tricky when you don't have really good communication because you're right there. You're like, should I toss it to him or should I run it? And then if you fake toss it and then throw it, sometimes he's not ready for it.
Oh, we're going to have a play at the plate. Nigaman hits a short, and he's safe, but Nigaman hits a sac fly out the short left field. And, you know, if the center fielder gets a better read on that, he's going to have an easier throw to the plate than the left fielder does, as the left fielder's running into center field, but it works out well for the Trojans as Luke Nigaman hits a sac fly for the second out of the inning, but it's enough to plate Trevor Amershak and bring up Merrill. Now we have a courtesy runner for our catcher. That's number 13, Levi Blair. So Levi comes in the courtesy run to get the catcher's gear on quicker, just kind of help speed the game up with 2 outs. So Merrill at the plate with 2 on, 2 out. He's going to wear 1 in the foot. And that will load the bases for the Trojans as Reese Merrill's hit by pitch to bring up Zaid Montgomery.
27, Zaid Montgomery.
Choking there for a second. So Zaid comes in. He's first pitch swinging, fouls 1 straight back. We got a lefty-lefty matchup. Normally favors the pitcher, but we're hoping Zaid can turn that around right here. And there again, like you said earlier, Parsons' right fielder is playing on the warning track all but, maybe a step or 2 in front.
Especially after that first hit he had. I mean, it one-hopped the warning track, and on the turf it bounced way over.
That pitch is left high. Elliott leaves a curveball up in the zone. He gets that to hang a little bit lower. Zaid can turn and burn on that dude. And he's going to wear 1 in the hip as well. Looked like another curveball. Wasn't enough on it to hurt him.
Had problems commanding that now.
So
the first one that hit, I don't know who it was, in the foot, that was also a changeup or curveball of some sort.
Something off speed. Elliott struggling with some off speed stuff. Crafty lefty like we used to call him back in the day. So he leaves that one outside. He's really, really struggling with his command now. So Trojans got 2 out, bases loaded still. They've played it a couple runs this inning to build up another lead. That pitch is going to be called for a strike on the outside corner. Caleb Scales, another lefty-lefty matchup here. Caleb can swing a hot bat. There's no doubt about that. That one's outside. Trojans leading by 4. 13-9. Caleb can bust this wide open. He takes a swing trying to right there. Now he's even in the count. We got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases full. Trojans up 13-9. Bottom of the 5th. Elliott kicks and winds, and yeah. Might have been a good enough pitch to fool the umpire right there. That was a good curveball. He just left it up a little bit in the zone.
Yeah, that one threw me off a little bit up here in the box.
So 3-2 runners go, and Caleb draws a walk. That's going to plate Ethan Davidson. Should put Merrill at third base, Montgomery at first, they're at second, Scales at first base. Going to put Jaden Norris in the batter's box. Trojans back up 5. Got a lefty there. He swings and hits it a mile high up in this wind. Everybody's hunting for it. Third baseman Myers makes another good play in the wind to end the Trojans' little short 3-run rally right there. So after all that, Trojans score 3 in their home half of the 5th. They're leading 14-9. We'll be back after these messages. You're watching Trojan Baseball on Girard Sports Live.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojan!
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
So welcome back here, Red Wetke Ballpark, Girard, Kansas, where the Trojans lead the Vikings 14-9. Kester misses with his first pitch, just a little bit inside on the catcher, Phillips, for Parsons. Kester throws the next pitch outside to the backstop, so he's down 2 balls, no strikes. Up 5 runs right here, Cooper. You just want to get some outs. You just want to fill the strike zone full and try to get out of this game.
Yeah, for sure. You want to limit the walks and make them put the ball in play and make some outs, put the pressure on the defense here.
Kester does 3-0. Ooh. There again, I thought that was a foul ball. I thought that was off the knob of the bat, but they're saying it hit him. Hit by a pitch for Phillips, the catcher. That's such a hard call. But I thought it happened to us a while ago. I thought Merrill ducked a pitch and left the bat head up and it bounced off it. They give him first. I thought that was right off the knob of the bat of Phillips. But
I mean, the only way you can really tell from a umpire standpoint is if you hear the noise of the bat.
Yep, sound, I agree. So Kester with the pickoff play at first. Phillips back head first under the tag of Montgomery. A little longer lead here. A little closer play over there at first base. Wheat, who did a great job coming in relief to limit the Trojans on some runs. He just kind of run out of gas there at 70-some pitches. Kester benefit of that call. Strike 1. Visiting crowd letting the home plate umpire hear a little bit of that. Another pickoff play. No closer than the first two. Kessler just trying to keep him honest, keep him close. Wheat, who's 1 for 3, he's struck out and popped up and hit a single, fouls that one off. Puts him down in the count, 0 balls and 2 strikes. In the visiting part of the top of the 6th, Trojans up 5 runs, 14-9. There's a curveball hit down the left field line. Nigman does a good job of circling it, getting that into the cutoff to hold all the base runners just to 1 base. But that was a nice job of hitting right there by Wheat to just pull that ball down third base line for a clean single. And that's going to bring up third baseman Myers. He's made, and I hate to keep hounding on it, some great plays on sky, mile high, and this color of sky to find that ball and in this wind. He's done a good job of it over there at third base for Parsons.
Yeah, there's been a couple plays he started over at the fence and ended near the foul line.
Almost back in play.
And he still caught it.
I agree. He takes a look at ball 1, so Kessler's down in the count 1-0, and then throws that one inside at the knees. So Kester's struggling with his command just a little bit here. We've got 2 Parsons Vikings on the bases. Nobody out. Kester nearing that 40 pitch mark. Kester comes set, checks the runner, throws one low. So he's down 3-0. And now we talk about momentum in different sports. Baseball's a big game of momentum. And then you get the dugout starting to chirp back and forth and boys be boys, and Parsons' dugout's getting a little louder over there and everybody's getting excited.
Yeah, baseball's a big mental sport. How you can bounce back, because baseball, you're going to make errors and you're going to strike out. So it's really how you bounce back or after a walk.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. Dunlap's going to come out and talk to Kester a little bit, try to settle him down. But we talk all the time when I was coaching ball how unfair baseball truly is. When you play football, it's 11-on-11. When you play basketball, it's 5-on-5. When you play volleyball, it's 6-on-6. When you play baseball, it's 1 versus 9. We put 9 people out on the defense to get 1 person out at the plate. It's a very unfair game. That's why the best of the best, if you're successful 1 out of 3 times in your whole life, you're a Hall of Fame baseball player. Now, if you're only a 33% shooter in basketball, you're probably not all that good, especially from the paint. So bases loaded, nobody out for the Parsons Vikings. Going to bring up their first baseman, Buss. And like we talk about here, Kester, I'm sure, is hearing it too. The Parsons dugout's getting loud and into this game, only trailing 5 runs. And they're going to hit a ball mile high. Zade's going to run out of room. Ball's going to be played off the screen, out of play. Gets Kester kind of back in the count. I believe it's 1 ball, 1 strike count. I'm assuming a slugger type hitter for Parsons. Batting in the 5-hole, built like a guy that can hit a ball a mile. He's going to get fooled on a curveball. Get way out in front. Great pitch by Alex Kester right there. Kester's going to come set. He's going to pitch out the full windup with the bases loaded. He's going to get him to check his swing, but that pitch was way outside, but almost got him to chase it.
Yeah, it was close. I mean, you can't appeal there because you don't have one of the umpires down the first base line.
He blows a fastball letter high, right passing for the first out. What a big strikeout. If we can get out of this with nobody scoring, it'll be a miracle. So we're going to bring up the designated hitter for Parsons, Manners. He's another kid that's kind of built like a
Almost close.
Yeah. This kid's built like he can hit a ball. I mean, he's got those tree trunk legs and looks like a great big upper body. There's a good pitch. Gets back in the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases loaded. 1 out. Trojans leading by 5 here in Red Wudke Ballpark in Girard, Kansas. He's going to foul that one way back up and out of play.
I'm not sure I could count on 2 hands how many times we've had the bases loaded today.
Oh, both teams. I mean, it's just been – Coach Dunlap and I talked on the phone just a little bit before this game started, and I apologize for our pregame not able to get through all that. We was having some computer issues. It was wanting to update and refresh, and just took a long time to get all that started. But anyway, he was talking, we're pretty old school. I'm from the 80s and 90s era that pitching and defense wins bowl games. There you go, 6:43. There's the 6 to the 4, and he's going to, Montgomery maybe fell asleep, maybe ill-advised. That ball probably wasn't hit hard enough for a double play, but that's going to score 2 runs. Wheat's going to score from second base on a ball hit to the shortstop. 6-4 for the second out.
Now batting number 7, Heel.
So he reaches by fielder's choice. That pitcher's down and away. So Myers was put out on the 6-4 put out on the fielder's choice. Yeah, maybe Reese Merrill, they talk about pocket balls. He didn't really have a chance to get him at first base. You just kind of put that in your pocket and you don't let that other run score.
Yeah, try and pump fake it and then turn around and see if you have a play behind you, whether he's in between third and home.
But he just kind of ill-advised throw over to first. Montgomery was kind of slow catching that run around in third, and good for Parsons to run himself. There's a ball hits mile high, but straight back and out of play. And that gets everybody back in the count here. We got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We got a runner at first base. Trojans only leading by 3 runs now. Scoreboard's packed full of crooked numbers. So Kester's going to check the runner. He's going to come set. He's going to kick and deliver, and he's going to hit a little weak ground ball foul over the first base. Montgomery picks it off, but it was a well foul. So we're going to do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Something wants to happen right here. You don't want to go full. And there it is. There's a pop-up in play. Kester's yelling for the ball, and he gets trucked. That is an out. Yeah, you gotta. Kester's like, what the heck, man? You gotta let the guy's got all the rights to the ball. You cannot run over a fielder.
Yeah, especially in foul territory.
Right, Schmidt's kind of coming out to kind of calm Kester down. I don't think he thought maybe that was a little intentional. So anyway, after all that, Vikings score a pair of runs to get back in this ball game. Trojans only lead it by 3 runs going into the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll be back. You're watching Trojan Baseball on Girard Sports Live.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
And welcome back, Girard, Kansas. Trojans leading 14-11, bottom of the 6th inning. We've got 1.5 innings to go. Hopefully we don't have to play the bottom of the 7th. But back to that play there, Kester's camped in the baseline on a pop fly, and that base runner just flat mows him over. He has no idea he's coming. It's like a fair catch on a punt or a kick in football. You can't hit the defender. He's got all the right to the ball. Just like if a shortstop, if it's hitting the ground ball and the shortstop's coming up to field it, you cannot run into him. You have to avoid the ball and the fielder. I don't believe any ill intent was meant to be. It was just a little it got probably a little rougher than it should have, but cooler heads prevailed. So Parsons are going to have a batting order change. But this is going to bring Alex Kester to the plate. Elliott's still on the mound so Roland will come in for Keel for Parsons. Elliott throws a ball low and inside, bounced well in front of the plate. Spikes a curveball or something. So the Trojans batted around last inning, but they was only able to score 3 runs. So we'll see. Kester's going to take a ball low and outside right there. It's Kester heading to count 2-0 right here. I'm sure he's got green light, green light, green light. If there's anything he likes, anywhere close he likes it, he's going to be ripping. And there it was. He swung through that one down to a knee, trying to hit that one as far and long as he could right there.
I mean, that's the kind of swing you want to take up 2-0.
Yeah, I agree. There you go. That ball's hit a mile high. I don't know if it's going to have it. The wind's going to help knock it down. It's going to just have a little warning track power right there.
He got all of that one. If it's a normal day with none of the wind, that one's onto the softball field back there.
I agree. That ball was hit hard just into the teeth of that wind, helping knock it down. So there's the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Trojan shortstop Trevor Amershak. Amershak's 2 for 3 tonight. He's first pitch hacking on a little lazy fly ball, but that's going to carry out there to medium deep. That ball ended up a lot deeper than I thought off the bat. That wind's really helping it go that way. And so Elliott's done a good job here getting out of this inning. 2 quick outs on a fly ball to left and a fly ball to right. It's a couple loud outs, but they are outs indeed. So that'll bring up Trojan catcher Ethan Bennett. And he's first pitch hacking, and he's hit a little – yeah, that ball had all sorts of spin on it. There's no way anybody's making a play on that. That's like the old English cue ball trick right there. Give him a CNI single right there. Bring up Davidson, who's looks like he's 0 for 4, but he's been on base twice on a fielder's choice and a pass ball, looks like. Struck out once, flew out to third base. Let's see if Ethan can get the ship righted and drive a ball somewhere here. There's a pickoff. All left-handers balk. I don't care what the rules say. That's a perfect lead for a left-hander over there, half a step.
Yeah, those are always tough. They always teach you when he goes up, take one step back, and then once he goes to the plate, start getting your secondary lead.
Yeah, I once joked with somebody, you lead off on first base after he throws it. There's a good pitch. Davidson had a great swing on that pitch, kept his head down, just swung right through that pitch to even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out, 1 on here. Trojans still leading by 3, but Parsons trying to scratch their way back in here. Davis is going to foul this off into the Trojan dugout. So Elliott comes in here, gets 2 quick outs, gives up a little CNI single. See what Davidson can do. He's going to foul that one off. Davidson doing a great job with 2 strikes to protect himself up there. Parsons defense playing straight up as you can play, all positions. And Davidson's going to hit it a mile high, but it's going to stay in the park over in left field if someone can make a play. And he drops it, but it's going to be a foul ball. He didn't secure the catch. Going to be a foul ball, just nothing but a long strike.
Yeah, when that went up, I didn't think there was any chance anybody was getting there, and I was surprised he'd got there and got his glove on it.
Yeah, Kendrick covered a lot of ground. I remember him on the football field. He got some wheels under those feet. So give Davidson here a chance to catch his breath. Collins back in the batter's box. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 on. Trojans lead by 3. He's going to kick and deliver, and he's going to take that ball inside and low. Evens the count at 2s. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Davidson, he's got some wheels himself. He can get this in one of those gaps, especially out there in right center. That's a huge gap over there. And there's the pitch to do it on, and he tried to go that way. He just fouls it on off to the right side. Win or lose this at bat right here, Ethan Davidson's had a great at bat with 2 strikes. He's had 2 strikes since he climbed in the box, it seems like.
Yeah, battling pitches off, waiting for one you like.
Something's going to happen here. Here's the delivery. Curveball gets him to swing through the curveball. Like I said, hold your head up high, Ethan. That was a great at-bat. You battled a lot of tough pitches right there. Well, Trojans don't score any runs, but they still lead it by 3. We go in the Parsons' last chance here in the top of the 7th. We'll be right back. You're watching Trojan Baseball on Girard Sports Live.
At Girard Medical Center Clinics, we focus on what good health looks like for you. Personalized care by physicians and nurse practitioners that get to know you and your needs. Dedicated care for routine health visits or more serious chronic conditions. Convenient care in 6 Southeast Kansas communities. Care for your health, your way, in your backyard. Girard Medical Center Clinics. Frontenac, Arma, Cherokee, Girard, Uniontown, and now Fort Scott.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
And welcome back, Girard, Kansas. Red Wutke Ballpark. Trojans up 3. They're going to bring Zade Montgomery in for a save right here. First baseman's going to move on over, take the bump, see if he can't close this thing out. He's going to get to 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Zade's a lefty himself, kind of a crafty lefty. Has a lot of movement, can't hardly throw a ball straight. So Kendrick, who made a couple of nice plays over there and out there in left field last inning. We'll see. So Zade's going to kick and deliver and brings it in a little bit low. That's the first pitch from Montgomery. He misses outside there, so as a closer, my opinion, you come in and you feel the strike zone. You don't dilly-dally around. You just want to throw some strikes and trust your defense to get some outs. But he's down in the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. There's crossed up to catcher a little bit. I thought that ball might have crossed in the zone, but catcher doesn't receive it real cleanly. Sometimes you don't get the benefit of those close calls. Montgomery down in the count, 3-1 on the 8-hole hitter, left fielder Kendrick for Parsons Vikings. He way high and outside. Zade's not feeling, doesn't have a lot of command, doesn't got good body language out there. Braden Dinger's come in to play first base for Zade. Kester's moved back over to third. Looks like Jaden Norris has moved over to second base. Bennett did a good job of blocking that one. Montgomery behind in the count again here. Boy, it's hard. It's hard when you walk the leadoff guy and fall behind. It's just, you got to get back in the count here at your 8-9 hole hitters.
Yeah, when you get the first guy out, that cuts the opponent's chance down to scoring tremendously.
Yeah, he bounces that one in there. Bennett doesn't have a chance to block it. Lets the runner advance to second base. Kendrick, who reached by a walk, goes to second base on a wild pitch. Montgomery here, you can just tell that body language-wise, I don't know, it's kind of a cool night. He kicks and delivers, and that one's outside. I'd like to tell you he's just missing, folks, but I don't know how you can see it on the camera real well, but some of those pitches aren't even close. Zade will figure it out. He kicks and delivers here. There you go. That one's low, I guess. So is that 3 balls and 1 strike, I do believe. So Zade gets the sign. He's not even paying attention to the runner. There's a strike. Nope. That one's low. Bennett's not liking the body language. He's going to take his helmet up and have some words of encouragement. So up 3 runs. You come in and walk the first 2 batters, and out comes Coach Dunlap. I don't think he's maybe liking the body language. Maybe he sees some mechanical flaws. Dunlap, Girard alumni, good baseball player, went on to further his career at Pitt State. He was a gorilla, pitched for the Pitt State Gorillas. Back here to help coach his alma mater to a 4th-place state finish last year. They had a really good run last year. Most of these boys that's still on this team was a big part of that team. Expect big things out of them this season. They started this year 2-0, and see if they're trying to squeak one out here on Parsons, but he's worked himself into a jam leadoff hitter here, and he just drills him in the middle of the back. Dots the 2 and the 0 on shortstop Keel, and that's going to load the bases on 3 free passes. So the tying runs are on the bases. The go-ahead runs in the batter's box. I don't know if Coach Dunlap's got any more bullets, but he probably ought to check his inventory.
Yeah, now they're going to bring the corners in right on the grass of the infield.
Yeah, it is raining, isn't it? Yeah, so now the rain's starting to fall. Our crowd mic will catch some attention as everybody moves under the shade of the grandstand here.
Now batting number 19, Phillips.
There we go. There's a rope to go cut. Attaboy. So that ball's hitting the 5-6 hole. That scores Kendrick. Well, positive thing is he threw a strike. So that puts Mack at third, Keel.
And now looks like a pitching change coming up.
Yeah, I would. Poor Zaid. He just didn't have it tonight. Zaid's normally a really good arm out of that the Trojans get to use. He just didn't have it tonight, what it took to get him out. So, how are we going to do this? We're going to re-enter Trevor. We sure are.
Oh, I didn't even know you could re-enter.
Never left the game. So yeah, he's more than able to re-enter back onto the bump if you never left the game. So I'll have to chalk it up. Hope his pitch count will restart from where he left off. And he's going to inherit a mess. He's going to inherit a 2-run lead, nobody out, bases loaded.
Yeah, those are never fun. All you can ask for is strikes and let them put it in play and put it on your defense. I mean, if you get a strikeout, that's a bonus. Don't need to come out here and try and overpower them all and strike them out. I mean, obviously that's what everybody wants, but sometimes what you want's not reality.
Right, and he's going to face the heart of the order. He's got 3, 4, 5 coming up for Parsons. And, yeah, Wheat, Myers, and Buss. And those guys have raked pretty good early in this game. So,
I mean, the best situation for Girard is a infield fly rule or some sort of ground ball that you can touch 3, go 1, or something up the middle to roll it and get an out. And then that puts you in a better position for sure. A lot of different scenarios to think about with bases loaded, no outs.
Yeah, and on, like you said, on the positive side, the things we can do for the benefit to Trojans, like you said, an infield fly rule, and you don't know how many times in my life I've seen people botch that. Best thing, if the Trojan defense hears infield fly, best thing they can do is to let that ball drop and pray to gosh that the Parsons runners don't know what, and they will freak out and take off, and you could get a triple play out of something like that. But that's kind of far-fetched and hard to do. So let's just see if Trevor can bury down right here. And he throws a good-looking curveball, just misses a little bit low. So somehow I got to get my score sheet back where Amershak re-enters, and he's going to come in there. Man, there you go. I was going to say that has to be a strike. He evens the count 1-1. There's a foul ball straight back. So, Trevor's just got to fill it up here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dead ball. Must have hit him. Thought maybe he leaned into it a little, but everybody accuses me of bleeding crimson and gold, so that'll maintain bases loaded. That's the worst thing that could happen right there. But all right, so we got the tying run at third base. Go ahead runs at second. Yep. Trevor may be just trying to blow things past everything here. He might be overthrowing a touch, but he starts out right here. Strike 1. Misses that one low. His body language may not be the best either. I'd like to see these boys just forget all the thing going around. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That might have been a touch outside. Myers is thinking maybe the same thing. He's like, I'm just going to scoot on up, toe that line a little bit. I don't know. Looks like maybe the rain's stopped, slowed down. It did kind of come down hard, but just for a not very long period of time. There's a ball hit, and it's right under the glove of Norris. They're going to just score 1 run and going to hold everybody else up. But that'll tie the ball game. Parsons Vikings has come back and tied this game up on 3 walks, a hit batter, 2 singles. And nobody's out yet, and the bases are still loaded for their first baseman, who swings through that fastball. Bus for the Vikings finds himself down. No balls, 1 strike. There you go. Oh, just getting out. No, just getting out. So now we're going to throw a little snowball fight. Balls flying around everywhere. Yep, still don't have an out.
Yeah, that's a tough play. I mean, once you botch it, you got to get the out. If you field it cleanly, you're going 4 the whole way.
Yep. Yep. Zade's got to just know that he bubbled that. There's an out at first. There's foul ball. You know, that's been hounded into you since you was a little bitty kid. You know, when you're playing in on the corners, you field it clean, plays it 4. Any ball, there's always an out at first base. And he was literally 6 foot away from just touching his base and getting an out.
It's almost
now
like
there's a wild pitch, and there's nobody's coming. So
it's almost like a double play situation. You bobble it, you're not going there, you're throwing across the diamond.
Yep, I agree. Looks like now we got the whole infield in. We're coming 4 on a clean pick right here on everything. There's strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still nobody out. Vikings took a 1-run lead, 15-14. There, what a pitch. What? And must have been a touch low. Another one of them. It's happened to the Parsons pitchers as well. That curveball fools umpires so good from time to time. Oh, and that's what happens with the drawed-in infield. You get one that comes a little bit in. Now we got a... That's going to plate another pair of runners for Parsons, who are just about to run away with this. So that's going to bring up... That's a clean single by Manners. That's going to bring up Rowland. Yeah, so Dunlap's finding himself in a tight spot here. It's 17-14. It's been no doubt not a pitcher's ball game tonight.
No, it's starting to look a little bit like a football score.
Yeah.
I mean, Amershek's came in and thrown strikes, so Parsons just hit him, especially he's been up in counts, and it's happened a couple times tonight, the first batter, and then now he's been up in counts and just left the ball over too much of the plate.
Yep, and we talked about a drawed-in infield right there. If Merrill's playing normal depth right there, that's just a routine out hit right at him. But and that's sometimes the chances you gamble, moving your defense out of normal positioning. So, but that could have been 2 outs very easy. There we go. So there's an out. We're going to go 6-5 on a ball hit to Kester into the hole, which is leading him towards third base, and Norris is there to cover his base. So that play will go 6-5 for the first out, and that'll put Rolling on first. So up in the got him. Yep, good play. So that's a force play. I don't know how he is safe.
Yeah, I don't know if they're saying he pulled his foot or if they're saying the runner just beat him.
Yeah, I think Dunlap's going to ask to go talk to him and try to keep Kester and Amershek in the ball game. But I was for the play at first one more time, but Merrill made that play at second. Kendrick hits a fielder's choice here. I don't know. Of course, I've never, very, very, very seldomly do you ever get an umpire to reverse his call. But there again, there's another play. That's not a automatic play there at second where there's always an out at first. We could have been out of this inning 3 or 4 outs ago.
Right.
Amershak's just back throwing now. Girard got a little frustrated.
Definitely something they'll be working on in practice no matter the result of this game. Situational defense.
Yep. There's Mack with a single. I tell you what, someone loosened the lug nuts on this Trojan defense, and wheels are just falling off. So we still have bases loaded. I just got to get, he scored. He's at third. He's at second. Now we got a wild pitch. So he moves to third. So I don't know.
They were wanting a dead ball because it hit his foot, but he swung through it.
Yep.
So when you swing through it, yeah.
So now he's down in the count. Keel, shortstop, leadoff hitter for the Vikings. He's down in the count 0-2. Trevor throws a big bender but leaves it way high and outside. There's a curveball. Somebody's got to get to that one. He got him. Yep, nice play there by Merrill. Real nice play. Get to that ball deep in the hole. That play's going to go 4-3, and that's just the second out of the inning. But these Trojans have give a few outs to them. So we have runner at third base. Run scored. So the catcher, Phillips, he swings, chases the ball up, and that wind's really, really blowing out there now.
Yeah, at the beginning of the
foul
game,
ball, yep.
Couldn't even hear it up here in the box, and now you hear it, the net going back and forth. I can hear it through our headphones.
Yep, that wind's really picked up. So Amershak just one pitch of getting out of this deal, and there it was, a beauty of a curveball to get him swinging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 runs plate for the Parsons Vikings. They take a 6-run lead going into the bottom of the 7th. Trojans' last chance. They're trailing by 6, 20-14. We'll be right back. You're watching Trojan Baseball on Girard Sports Live.
Family-owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Thanks to your support, Kenora Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kenora Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
And we're back here. Like I said, Trojans trailing by 6. Parsons coming through their in and outs. Their catcher made the last out. Took him a little bit to get dressed. They bat around in the top half of the 7th. Scored a lot of runs. Trojans defense kind of fell apart. They didn't take some of the outs that the Parsons Vikings was willing to give them, and going for some miracle plays, for the lack of a better term. But Trojans aren't done yet. This potent batting order for the Trojans, One thing, if I was Dunlap, I'd like to tell them is we can't hit a 6-run home run. We got to have base runners.
Right.
One, pass the baton, one batter at a time right here.
Yep.
You just watch Parsons do it. We can do the same thing.
I mean, they just put up a 9 spot. We did that in the bottom of the first, so why not put up a 7 spot here?
Yep, I agree. So Luke Denby is going to be the first one to give it a shot right here. Parsons, they're still throwing their lefty, Elliott. Ouch. Niggeman fouls one off his front foot. That always hurts on a cool evening. That hurts on a hot evening. So Niggeman evens the count 1-1. Elliott not throwing the ball real hard, but he's been real effective. There we go. That's through the hole. That's how you do it, one at a time. Pass the baton. Luke Niggeman starts the inning off with a single. It's going to bring up Reese Merrill. Reese he's struck out twice. He's been hit by a pitch and twice. Been hit by a pitch twice and struck out twice. So he's 0 for 2 on the night. Means he's due. That ball's in the dirt, bounces away from the catcher. Niggeman's going to go ahead and take second base. And that's how it starts. If you're Parsons there again, you're at the dugout saying, settle down, one out at a time. We can trade runs for outs. We got a lot of them to give. Trojans sure don't want to run themselves out of an inning. There's 3 times tonight Reese has been hit by pitch. Getting on base the hard way.
Not a bad start to this inning.
Nope, 2 on, nobody out.
Top of the lineup due up next, too.
Yep. Number 9 holds Abe Montgomery, and batting out of the 9 hole is swinging a hot bat tonight. And that's going to bring out Beardmore, coach for the Parsons Vikings. He's going to have a little talk, and I'm sure he's telling them, settle down. They got to score 7. Surely we can get 3 outs before they score 7. But looks like he's taking the ball out of Elliott's hand, and there's somebody running in from the right field bullpen. But the number 6 is coming in to pitch.
Yeah, he's the guy that started the game for him.
I didn't know. I guess he stayed in the field somewhere. I thought he left. So Parsons going to give Girard a chase of their own medicine here. We did the same thing, bring back our starting pitcher, Trevor Emershak. Parsons is going to bring back Roland. Umpire's going to tell us something here. They're going to go 16 for 3. No, that's them.
Yeah, it's going to be them. They don't have a 16. So it might be one of the 4s is a 16. They don't have a 3 either. Oh, yeah, look, Elliott.
So, yeah. Roland's going to come back in and pitch for Elliott. And I'm telling you, Cooper, man, it's just one at a time. We can't stress that enough right here.
Yep, passing the bat. If he's not going to throw you any strikes, take him and take your base.
And you can't run yourself out of any of these runs. These runs early, they don't matter. So you just got to play it pretty safe on the base paths and not get picked off and not do anything silly. And Zade's going to take strike one, belly button high, right down the middle. Let's see if O'Roland has it second time through here. That's high and outside.
You know that ground rule double's in the back of Roland's mind after already hit it off him in the first inning.
Yes. And they're shading him to pull just a little bit. Center fielder's moved over to right center. Zade not wanting to move his feet very bad, but avoided contact there. Montgomery up in the count, 2-1. Nobody out, 2 on for the Trojans. Down 6 here in the bottom of the 7th. And Zade he takes the curveball to the elbow. He's going to load the bases. So, Trojans doing the same thing Parsons did here. They're bringing up one of the best hitters in the Trojan lineup. Their leadoff hitter, their designated hitter tonight, Caleb Scales. Senior, 3-year starter. Caleb got to play a lot as a sophomore. Kind of shined last year, really come out of his shell. Become a real good player as a junior. Played a lot of summer ball. And we're expecting, a pretty big season out of him. But right here, the old George Brett saying, less is more. We just need a single right here. We don't need a 4-run home run. And he's going to take the first pitch outside corner to the thighs for strike one. As Caleb gets set, rolling in the windup. Here's his kick and his delivery. And he come inside to Caleb. Just, you can preach it all you want. Don't be scared of first base, take a pitch. But I'm telling you, that's really hard when that thing's bearing down on your kneecap.
Yeah, that one's going to hurt.
Caleb takes that one. Not maybe the pitch he was looking for. He's down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Got the bases full of Trojans. Nobody out. Here's the payoff. It's outside. Two balls, 2 strikes. Trojans down 6. Led the whole game. Caleb fouls that off left side. Just a little bit behind that one. Maybe just a get me out of here pitch, something he knew he couldn't handle. Just put the bat on it to live to fight another day. We watched Ethan Davidson do a great job of it an inning or 2 ago. So Caleb sets back in. Here's the pitch. He's going to do the same thing, going to foul this one back and out of play. And I'm always a firm believer, the longer these battles go, the more pitches you see as a batter, the favor goes to the batter.
Yeah, and you can report it back to your teammates what you're seeing, when you're seeing that pitch.
Here's another one of those wind-aided. Oh, and he caught it again. There's another one that was, that thing should have landed in the middle of the parking lot, and the wind blows it back in here, and third baseman Myers makes another catch on a ball hit out in foul territory. So that's the first out for the Trojans. That brings up Jaden Norris. He's played 3 or 4 positions tonight. And he's going to squirt one off the right field. Lands out in the Vikings bullpen area. Finds himself down in the count. 0 balls, 1 strike. Still got the bases loaded. So Roland's going to kick and deliver, and Jaden's going to foul another one off. Basically same play, same thing. They're kind of shading Jaden to go the opposite way here. Now the center fielder's maybe moving over. Playing, I guess, baby straight up as it can be. And that pitch is outside. Good take. Straight heat, straight fastball. Roland's kind of bringing it. He's a lot harder than the other pitchers of Parsons have thrown at us the last 3 or 4 innings.
And usually that's what you see is they either start off with somebody really slow and then bring in somebody that throws hard or vice versa.
And Jaden goes down swinging for the second out of the inning. Chased the curveball down and away. Well, Now we come out with 2 outs, still got the bases loaded. We had the first 3 batters reach single and 2 hit by pitches, and the last 2, 1 and 2 holes, not been able to move them around. Kester's going to take a called strike 1 at the knees, outside corner. Good pitch. Puts Kester in a hole here. We just need a base hit. Still can't win it with 1 swing here, so just a base hit, keep the wheels moving, keep giving Trojans a little bit of a chance. Roland comes set, he kicks and he delivers, and Alex fouls it back into the screen. Finds himself down, 1 ball, 2 strikes. It gotta be a disciplined 2-strike hitter right here. Base runner's gotta be smart, still can't get picked off. Those 3 runs, even Alex in the batter's box, is not enough. We're too deep in the dugout yet. That ball's outside. And that ball's quite a ways high and outside. Gets a rise from the people on the side who can't see. It's a tough angle from anywhere in the ballpark. Alex going to fly this one, but the wind's going to get out of play anyway. Oh. Right fielder chased it all the way into the gate and kicked the gate, and the gate come open. And ball bounced around off the building, back in play, and quite a commotion down there. I thought that ball kicked back in play.
Yeah, I can't quite see down there. You got a better angle than I do.
Coach Schmidt's gathering up the loose ball. So that's going to, here we go. Bases loaded. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rolling, he kicks, he delivers, and that ball's low and outside. So Alex has worked the count full. He threw that one so hard the wind blew the hat off his head. I mean, something was happening on that pitch. Well, now we can start the runner, so now you maybe even have a chance to score on all 3 on a gapper here. Payoff pitch, full count. Alex going to drill it up the middle. That's going to hit off the base. That's going to score at least a pair. Yep. So that's going to bring home 2 runs. Going to still give us a chance. A great piece of hitting there by Alex Kester to score Luke Nigeman and Reese Merrill. It's going to leave Zaid at second base. That's going to bring up Trevor Amershak, the starting and the closing pitcher here. He was in a good place to take the win, then he was maybe in it for a no decision, and now he's in it for the loss. That pitch is high. So, same thing, we chip away 2 at a time. Trevor's going to jerk 1 foul down the right field line. Coach Schmidt's just going to watch it bounce off the fence and play it on a hop in from the right fielder. Everybody's back in the groove. We have Zaid Montgomery at second, Alex Kester at first. Pitch to Amershak, and he hits it sky high. Here's that wind again, and shortstop falls over, makes a catch, playing it out in the wind. And the Parsons Vikings are going to get out of here with a win, 20-16. Trojans kind of stumble coming down the last inning. So we'll be back with a post-game show and hopefully a coach's interview and a few other things. So stay tuned. We'll be back. You watch Trojan Baseball on Girard Sports Live.
For years, James Brumbach and Brumbach Service Center have been keeping area residents on the road with high quality and fast service. Let's face it, none of us have time for a breakdown, so be sure to stop by Brumbach's for preventative maintenance, oil changes, and tire repairs. Brumbach's is also your place for new tires with a variety of quality brands to choose from. Brumbach Service Center, 312 East St. John in Girard. Call 620-724-6770. Good luck, Trojans, from Brumbach Service Center.
Family owned and operated, G&B Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, G&B Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. G&B Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Celebrate, recognize, build. That's the promise of Scott Co. LLC Awards and Engraving. Owners Greg and Missy Scott are committed to helping their customers celebrate special moments, recognize achievements, and build relationships. Plaques and awards, custom leather patch hats, Trojan gear, trophies, corporate promotional items, and so much more. Plus, while you're there, stop in next door to find the latest fashions from Aubrey at Scott & Company. Scott Co. LLC. Learn more at scottcoawards.com or call 620-724-0341.
Continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
At Girard Medical Center Clinics, we focus on what good health looks like for you. Personalized care by physicians and nurse practitioners that get to know you and your needs. Dedicated care for routine health visits or more serious chronic conditions. Convenient care in 6 Southeast Kansas communities. Care for your health, your way, in your backyard. Girard Medical Center Clinics. Frontenac, Arma, Cherokee, Girard, Uniontown, and now Fort Scott.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
For years, James Brumbach and Brumbach Service Center have been keeping area residents on the road with high quality and fast service. Let's face it, none of us have time for a breakdown, so be sure to stop by Brumbach's for preventative maintenance, oil changes, and tire repairs. Brumbach's is also your place for new tires with a variety of quality brands to choose from. Brumbach Service Center, 312 East St. John in Girard. Call 620-724-6770. Good luck, Trojans, from Brumback Service Center.
Hey, Mama.
Now more than ever, Croccan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Croccan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Croccan. If you need to stay connected, you need Croccan.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209. A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
And welcome back to the post-game show. Post-game show is brought to you by the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance. Leah has over 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri. Let Leah and her staff find the right coverage for your personal or business needs. To learn more, call 620-670-4590. Proudly serving your community and cheering on the Trojans. We're joined up here in the booth with Coach Dunlap for the post-game coach interviews brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. Serving the area for 30 years. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Well, Coach, dropped a heartbreaker right there. We kind of in control most of the game. Come in there to top of the seventh, and we just lose the feel of the baseball on the bump.
Yeah, that top of the seventh, the wheels kind of fell off. Whole game, we just have to do the little things better. From top to bottom, pitching it, hitting it, fielding it, everything. We got to do it a little better.
Yeah, you've first time we've got to see you this year. I hate for it to come across at this time, but so far, you're 2-0. You've had a good start to the season. I know this little sour taste, so this might, not be the perfect time to talk about it, but had a great season last year, 4th place in the state tournament, co-CNC champs, regional champs. You bring back most of that team. You're 2-0 coming into this game. I can tell you, how do I want to word this, Coach? I don't care if you lose right now in March. It's all about building relationships and getting better and making that stretch run.
Yeah, after the game, and so I told the guys, I said, we talk about mindset and resetting it all the time. I said, this is their reset moment. This is when you have to reset this. We have 17 more games to be playing our best baseball. And, we're not going to hang our heads. We're moving on. We didn't play good, and we're going to come out every day and get better, and we're moving on.
Yeah, I can't say it any better than that. Emershek got roughed up a little bit. He had some 0-2 counts, maybe left a little 0-2 counts too much of the plate. Settled in, had some good innings. Davidson come in and had some good innings. Kester had some good innings. I mean, overall, there's too many walks. You said it best. Too many blunders. But for the most part, I liked what I saw up until the top of the 7th, honestly.
Yeah, we've got a lot of talent on this team, and I have all the confidence in the world in every one of them that threw tonight. Those 0-2 pitches, we just have to make them better. We missed too much of the plate. Worked too deep in some counts to give free bases, just different things like that. And they know it, and like I said, they're going to come out and they're going to work on those things that they need to improve on, and we'll be all right.
Yep, I agree, Coach. I appreciate you coming up here. I don't know exactly our schedule. I don't have it in front of me. I do appreciate you taking the time. I know you got a JV game. I'm sure you still want to do some coaching down there and mentoring. We will catch you next game, Coach, and I appreciate you taking the time.
Absolutely. Hey, thank you guys for what you're doing. We appreciate it and hope to see you out here again.
All right. That's been Chris Dunlap on the post-game coaches interview. We will put a bow on this in just a little bit. I want to let you know again that the post-game is brought to you by the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance. Leah has over 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri. Let Leah and her staff find the right coverage for you and your personal or business needs. To learn more, call 620-670-4590. Proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. Well, I think we're going to probably call this a wrap. We're not going to do the JV game coming up. I'm Jess Murphy. Alongside me is Cooper Grand. This has been your first Trojan baseball game of the season on Girard Sports Live, and we appreciate everybody watching. I think we're back Monday, aren't we?
Yeah, I believe we play Colgan on Monday, a doubleheader of varsity here.
Are we doing the baseball or softball?
Let's check it out.
That's we're both grabbing our phones and trying to figure that deal out.
It is a softball doubleheader.
Okay, so we're going to do the softball girls Monday. So we'll be across the diamond over there in an older wooden press box. But we will be back with the boys not long after that. I mean, we do a whole bunch early. So our next baseball game was supposed to be Labette County, but Labette County come here, so I don't know if we're going there. We'll work all that out on the end of it. So anyway, I'm Jess Murphy. Alongside me, Cooper Grand. You've been watching Trojan baseball. They fall to Parsons 16-20. Hard-fought ball game. So we will catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.
You've been watching Trojan Athletics on Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crochan, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net. Also by Ag Choice of Epler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Call Service, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Diskins Auto and Towing, DS Construction, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, GN Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Producers Cooperative Association, and Roto-Rooter. Thanks for watching, and don't miss us next time right here on Girard Sports Live.